daytime or nighttime, really. That's all.
Yep, it's day. It's about
Cool.
8 o'clock in the morning. December 24th, I think.
I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to establish like conditions.
Sounds good. So we have one party here at the Old Temple Ruin, and we have one party here at the Elven Village. We're gonna start with the Old Temple Ruin crew. So this includes DOCKLA, Adonis, and Bob. The three of you are holding out on this position, just the three of you. You've been taking shifts, 8-hour shifts roughly, watching over the enemy position. You guys are holding out on the stairs. You have a small campfire going to keep you warm. And as for sustenance, you've been living off your rations, naturally. So, ever since your last expedition, of course, some rations were lost. I forgot to annotate it, but 2 more rations would have been lost for the remainder of the day. So, Bob would be at 6 rations left. Adonis, you're down to 12 rations. And DOCKLA, you're down to 3 rations. So we're slowly dwindling in supplies. We'll be alright, I think. Alright, so
Yeah.
given the situation, DOCKLA, Adonis, and Bob, are you guys ready to take action, or do you guys want to take some time to discuss your plans? Any questions or concerns?
I think the best thing we can do is hold out for reinforcements before we assault.
I agree.
Alright, Bob, what do you think?
Bob is quietly running there.
Bob, are we present?
Jacob.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about push to talk. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, very well. And you would have healed your 1 lost hit point. So you're at 3 of 3 again.
Hello?
Sorry, just a second. I got a work message. So
You're good.
Um,
I got something going on too.
I have to head to work for a second. I'll be right back though. So it won't take too long. In the meantime, you guys are welcome to discuss and share any plans you have for this expedition. I'll be back.
Alright.
So,
When you're back in chat.
Michael, not Michael. Stupid.
You're good, buddy. I'm assuming me.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Michael, but
You're good.
so we're
So
allowed
you're
on the
down
owl bear.
Huh?
We're allowed on the owl bear.
Yeah, we're,
Owlbear. What?
Yeah.
yeah. We're allowed to be on his map. Like
Yeah.
actually interacting and using the dice and stuff.
Oh, is that the program? I'm like so fucking confused.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be invited. I'm waiting for our invite. My
I did it
invite.
last time, but like,
Actually, I'm just going to take the picture of
You
the. So in maps and notes, the picture I just took, there is this. The cannibals are in this temple. They're in these little potholes.
and they have
Nice.
rocks, arrows, what?
They have arrows.
Fuck.
Yeah, they have helmets, gamblesons, and arrows.
What? They're cannibals. What?
Well, ever
Yeah.
since we lost shoreline, ever since we lost the shoreline base, they kind of
What?
got better.
Yeah.
Hey, there was 40 cannibals. There was nothing we could do about that.
All right.
There was a lot of cannibals.
Okay. I got an idea. How many cannibals are in each hole? Like 2, because there's 5 left probably. So it's
There
2,
were-
2, 1, some shit like that. 3, 2 probably.
Yeah, how it was, there was there were 10 total, but we killed 5.
No one has grenades, right? Oh, shit, they're
Unfortunately,
fucking
my
work too.
retainer had a grenade.
Don't worry about that. We're worried about what's here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Then we are both starting in the Elven Village, right? Is there anyone else starting with us?
No, just you two, Mitch and
Okay, how much money do I have? How much money do I have? How much money do we have together? Because it's likely we're going to have to buy some rations to help the other guys once we get there.
About 45 cargo back at the village.
I don't think there's anyone there to let you in there.
Precisely, so no one's been near my...
You have 14 coppers. Chad has 2 coppers.
Yeah. But I also want to buy some stuff
So
for
how about you
myself,
guys,
but you know,
what do you guys think
so
about
we're going to
Christmas, cannibals?
Christmas cannibals?
Crispy cannibals. Because I do have a flaming oil. I forgot about that.
Mmm, crispy cannibals sound delicious.
Hey. So what I need you to do is buy a sling. You need to buy a
A
sling.
sling? A sling?
Yeah, sling.
Yeah. Should that cost like 1 or 2 copper?
1 copper.
Okay, yeah, I can get that for you. Anything
Yeah.
else? I'm gonna
Uh,
buy some more rations.
You have a whole bunch of rations. You should be fine. We're not staying here very
Not
long.
for me, for them. It's when we get there, we're going to need to give them some rations, right? Because they're currently low.
We're not low. I have one
I'm
more
talking
day's
about the people at the old temple.
We are the people at the old temple.
No, me and you are. Wait, didn't he
No,
say
not-
me and you are at the Elven Village?
No. No.
Okay, so
You-
keep. Right. So basically, what DM said was when we joined, we're going to resume the temple campaign. So presumably, anybody that was at the Elven City or wasn't at the Elven City was at the Elven City, which he was speaking about me. You were there, right? So we were given the opportunity to, which at this point you have to decide if you want to probably prepare or go. I'm already leaving, right? But if we, for real time's sake, if we both go and don't prepare, right, then it'll save time. If you prepare and I go, then we still wait on you. So it's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you how to play, but
So
so basically we have to get it there. They're just pinning the cannibals down there. That's all.
yeah, we're just pinning.
I'm just trying to calculate what we need. And besides, Ethan said he needed a sling,
Yeah, I don't have a sling.
so I have to save him to get that.
Yeah, I have a flaming oil, not a grenade, unfortunately, but a flaming oil.
Yeah, no, you're good. I wouldn't worry about it. And how far are they? They're shooting arrows, but it's inside of a temple. It's probably not more than 100 feet.
They have not shot arrows yet. We were the ones just been killing them the entire time. We caught them while they were sleeping, so we just
Oh, so they just jumped in their holes. Got it.
jump in their holes and they think it's like, yeah,
So-
nice, we can throw a grenade in there. Like my retainer left with the grenade.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. But if we don't have that, it doesn't matter, right? There's another way to do it where, since we have so many people, right? We have a mage with sleep. We have a lot of. We still have artillery. The way I would do it is if their only weapons are arrows, right? Since we have to descend down the stairs, I'm assuming to get to them, we would have to put we'd have people advance with shields and then people with range above and artillery above. Is that feasible? Because
I think that
it would only take 2
very
fighters
slow.
in close combat to fuck them up.
Yeah, well, they're also fighters.
I don't give a shit. We also have artillery and they're pinned. Suck my balls. Like,
You're
I'll
right.
just shield wall and approach that way. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Let's say the major
So
issue
just-
is that there's rubble in our way. That's the main issue.
Okay, so that's what I was curious about. So we can't actually get down to where they are?
They're technically on the same level as us. It's just there's rubble in the way,
Alright.
making our way
Yeah.
over there.
So there's no staircase, there's just rubble.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
if
Well,
cannibals
basically-
weren't there,
I'm sure he'll explain the situation, but my idea is this, right? As long as whoever has range, and you're a mage or whatever, because you have sleep, right, Chad? So if you see two motherfuckers if you see 2 or more people pop up, you just sleep them. Go back to bed. We're gonna kill you in a second.
I'm allowed to sleep more than one. The sleep.
Yeah, dude. Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep can do up to like a group of like fucking 15 people or some crazy shit. Like it's crazy. Like you just as long as you can get a.
I thought I was only allowed to put it on one guy.
I mean, he'll tell you if I'm wrong, but in every game I've ever played with him, you could, bro. I've
Oh.
seen whole fucking war parties get slept by one mage, but like the thing is, you have to wait and like be ready to cast it. So you're not really doing shit. But then like if like you see an opportunity to get like three or because if there's five of them left and you see three of them pop up or two of them pop up together, because you have to be able to see them, right? Have a line of sight on them, and then cast a spell, right? And so you have to have your spell at the ready. So you kind of like don't do much, but you gotta be like looking at them. You know, and there's like not dying until the moment to do it. Because if you sleep one guy, right, and there's and like so if they're in the same foxhole or whatever, or if they have a like an enemy has another enemy next to him, if you only sleep one of them, that enemy's friend can wake him up, right? So it'll take a turn to wake him up probably, or they got to roll for it or whatever. But it's not as effective because their friends can wake them up if they need to, and if they have cover, right, they'll fall behind the cover, and they'll be awake by the time you get there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can absolutely do it. If I was you, I would just be sitting there like I'm gonna fucking sleep. If anybody pops up more than 2 or 3 people, I'm fucking sleeping them all.
Yep. And you get
Wait,
to-
real quick before we do anything else. So just to be clear, we do not need to get any supplies, right? So we
I
can
don't
just
think
go
we
there.
should I don't think we need supplies. There's 5 cannibals, and we're all level 1s. I don't think buying supplies. They have gear. We can take their shit after we kill them. Like I'm not spending money.
We can't eat their food.
No, you have plenty of food, and if we die, then we are the foods.
We can, and if we beat them, we can just simply share some of our rations until we're
No, there's
able to
plenty.
make it.
There's plenty. Yes, there's tons of rations, dude. People have like 15. I got some on me. Like there's tons. Don't worry about that. Your character, by the way,
Alright.
can go like a whole day without food. It just he gets like kind of shitty. But
All right, so I will follow Mitch.
they
and we will
called
follow-
for help, right? So they sent 2 retainers, quote unquote. This is how the story goes, running back for help. So in my mind, I'm just going to help immediately.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave immediately.
Yes, sir. And
And later, we'll go back or spend our money
Go.
when we need it.
oh yeah, no. So if we do this quickly, right, then we have to split up the loot of this place, which it sounds like these enemies have a ton of loot and shit like that.
This temple
So
cult deeper. We never know.
Besides, Chad probably wants to prove himself after the last time.
yeah, Chad's ready to sleep the entire fucking enemy team.
Yeah. And remember,
I think I'm
get
going to
keys
give him the title.
per day.
Oh, I think I'm going to give him a title now. Chad the Tired or Chad the Jaded.
I would just go there and smack some ass cheeks and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, your
By the way,
titles
I think
earned-
titles come like from the game. They don't really.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get a title. Like you can't just decide to have a title.
Yeah, no. It comes from
Sure.
your class. Your each level of your class has a title to them. Like I think you're
A mage. Or magic user. I don't understand why you don't just call it mage. But yeah,
a
magic
mage.
user.
So a magic user is. Oh, magic mages were different. It's. Trust me, it's a long story, but it's back then in the 90s or whenever the fuck they made this game. It was way before that, actually, 80s. Yeah.
70s.
Magic user, mage, all that shit was actually like kind of well defined because fantasy was really a niche thing, right? So mages weren't like wizards were common knowledge, right? But
Yeah. I'm also pretty sure magic user kind of
magic user encompasses all things, right? Because like it encompasses all forms of magic. That was the idea.
like
I
warlock.
wish I could see my stats.
Your stats?
Yeah. I still haven't been in.
I can't. You're good. Your stats are probably not that important as don't get hit. Like, you know, we're all level 1.
Don't die.
I have to rely on a bow, even though my dexterity is kind of shit.
I wouldn't worry. We all got bows. I would not worry about shooting an arrow. I would be in cover, like ready to use sleep on people. You got 4. You got how many fighters? We got me and another fighter. We got 3 fighters. Yeah, if you're shooting your bow, we're fucked. Like, we all got. That's our job, buddy. Let us do our job.
I mean, I'm a thief. I get double damage when shit don't see me.
Yeah. So basically, all the fighters are gonna be. It sounds like we're all gonna be fucking just shooting arrows at shit.
Yeah, that's kind
Wait a
of the
minute.
plan.
Wait a minute. Give me the lit grenade and let me toss it. It's
There's no
double damage
grenade.
if they don't see it.
I
No
got
grenade gold.
Have a flaming
Yeah.
vial, and you're going to have to ask
Also,
Ethan.
I don't think grenades count as double damage if you don't see it because they land next to them and notify them that they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Not if you land it on them, throw it directly at their face, or
I've
back
done
of
that
the head.
before. I've done that before. When it happens, it hits them. It still has a fuse. It's not. It doesn't blow up immediately.
Well, we're talking about hot oil now, not a grenade, because that's the only thing we have.
Okay. Well, we don't really need to do all that. We can try it in a minute, but I wouldn't. I'd keep it simple unless we got to get creative, right? Because it sounds like we have advantage. Wait, do we have cover?
Well,
where are we at? We have cover, right?
Yes, we're on the stairs. If you
So
look
we're the
on,
ones
I
down.
put-
We should be
we're on the-
fine.
It sounds like the stairs got us fucked up though. When whoever went down there got fucked up.
No.
No?
Wasn't me.
I read the. He said that. Hold on, I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna be-
someone tripped on the stairs because they rolled in that one.
Oh, that's tragic.
Did they
Yeah.
do the Peter Griffin pose at the end?
There's no role playing, but yeah. That's funny though. Sorry. I don't know if he's gonna come back in time, and I'm gonna have to go do my shit because it took too long to even start. I'm gonna have to pull him to the side, and be like, "DM, you can't be doing this." I'm kidding.
I wish we had more. I wish we actually had times. We set this up, and I understand there hasn't been that much success in the past, but genuinely, like I said earlier, I really need to get myself in the mood to do this if I'm going to have the most fun. I did this because I thought the team would want an extra player.
I think that this game is the way I learned to play it, right? Where I was rewarded by it because it is like you said, it's random as shit, time wise, like scheduling and things like that. There's not too much role play. There's like you kind of just go, yep, I'm gonna go here. Okay, cool. Everybody's in agreement. Okay, we fight these things. Cool, cool, cool. I'm shooting my bow. Everybody kind of like it's like you don't really role play it, right? Because the dice tell you what happens to you. If I roll a nat 1 on my bow, and my bow fucking D-strings, right? I'm a goofball, right?
Or you shoot yourself in the face.
You gotta be really fair. And I don't even think you're gonna shoot yourself in the face with a bow on a nat 1, but
I have seen go.
I've seen myself almost get blown to bits by a nat 1 when someone had an arquebus shooting over me. That was fun.
Sonic, that was me.
I know it was you, you motherfucker. Your goddamn pipe bomb next to my head. I gave you a reroll.
Like 5 fingers that day.
I gave you a
I lost
reroll or
5
some shit.
fingers.
I don't know how the fuck I was okay, but holy shit, it was right above my head. So like the game kind of tells you like it's the story like the laughing about shit and things like that. Like you kind of do it after the fact because in the moment, you know, you want to focus on the goal, which is to kill things. Otherwise, we die. The fun happens when it's like, oh, that was cool last time. Let's see what happens this time. It's basically just a combat game. This is not. There's not like, yeah, it's a war game, like which is positions, movement, things like that, and then you account for things after. So
There has been a lot of roleplay.
I know what you mean. It's not like
But I
regular
do
D&D.
I do enjoy this. That's why I keep coming back. But I do wish we had a bit more roleplay. That's what I try to do. But I just noticed that I just don't feel like I have enough time to do anything meaningful or say anything meaningful in character.
Well, you can't. If it's a combat game and it's 10 seconds for like your turn, otherwise you lose your turn. You're really not. And it's like, it makes sense. Like you can't if you're in, you know. And I get where you're coming from because I've played those types of games too, and they're really fun. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this is more rewarding for at least me, right? Because I get things happen more, so there's more at stake. But I know what you mean.
It's not my first
You know.
one for some reason. For the entire session without a single combat encounter.
That's okay. I mean, like, if you're playing with me, you're probably gonna find some shit to kill. So be ready.
I don't.
What happened
currently-
there is that
Clive has PTSD, so that's going to affect his desire to kill everything.
I would
More
I wouldn't.
pathetic.
The DM will give you debuffs like that. I wouldn't put them on yourself. Don't give him ideas. Trust me. Trust me. Don't give him ideas. He's done it before.
That's just the way he acts and talks now. He's just so apathetic because he saw his best friend get his face shot off because of a net 20 that goblin definitely didn't deserve. He also felt powerless because he was about to enter the fight. The fight
You're
resolved itself before
Very
he even entered.
emotion-driven man.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not.
That wanted his moment
I
for
love-
to help, but just wasn't given time.
Yeah.
There's not.
My
there's no
character
thing
got blown up.
I think what your friend would have learned is that if he had acted quicker, he would have been able to save his friend. That's what I would have taken from that situation.
Are you talking about Chad?
Hey, Chad was there.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which
Well,
was the man I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah.
But he learned it to not be like and only do things himself now.
Don't be a pussy.
DM, come back. You're wasting my valuable time, and I don't have much valuable time. DM, please.
Being
I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave mid-session. I hate doing that shit so much.
Are you being genuine or are you
Yes,
joking?
I'm making a joke out of it because everybody has like real life, and real life matters more. But yeah, I'm concerned because I have to. It's not something I have to do. Like, I'm still gonna be around, but I have to work on my car, and I have a mechanic coming over, and we're gonna do it together. I'm saving some money because, long story, doesn't really matter to y'all, but that's what's happening. But I have time if it was on schedule. Well, it's whatever. It's a game. It's whatever. I'm gonna make sure that I commit to it if I can. So, I'm just trying to juggle shit. But real life always comes first. So, but only if it has to. You know, type shit.
Do you know what we had besides role playing?
Huh?
I wish we had more monsters or fantasy creatures. Like, I wish we could fight a golem.
No, you don't. Not right now. Not at level 1, buddy. Hell no. Oh, hell no. Yeah, you're on your own. Good luck.
They
You
exist.
are on your... Dude, yeah, they're out there. Trust me. If you want to see those things, just play the game the way and survive. Kill as much shit as you can. Because you'll have to kill 10,000 men before you see a golem and can do anything about it.
I know. I'm a bit impatient.
There is tons of fancy creatures. It's just-
You
we're at
bitch
low
enough,
level.
he'll be like, alright, here's what you wanted.
And he died happily.
Or even level 2 monsters are fucking awfully difficult to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's finally back.
No, that's Nicole. What's up, Nicole?
Oh, there.
Alright, good talk, good talk.
They were muted.
I think they're muted. Oh, wait, is it muted by Ekin?
Yeah, by the not having the player.
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Would be welcome.
Do we have to wait? Do we have to wait here? Should we go to, like...
I think it's best to just chill here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess she could type in... Can she type in the chat in here or no? Like, is she not able to do that? Like, communicate at all or no?
Chat, even if you're.
You can type in
I
chat.
just
Okay.
wants to
Hmm?
I just think she wants to spectate us. It doesn't seem. She doesn't seem like.
I know, but
See,
like,
like-
yeah, it's just I was just trying to be like, you know, we're waiting right now.
If
Not
you want-
much going on.
I- Come on, Mitch. You can go. You can take a break, and I can. You when he comes back.
I'd appreciate that.
Playing a
What I'll do is I'll add you, but I'm have free time right now. Is the thing. My time, I'm using my active free time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was bitching about it. But
Like, always have a YouTube video just in case. Just in case.
thank you. Buddy.
That's why I
Appreciate it.
always. If I wasn't chatting, I would be watching Hollow Knight.
Okay. Is he taking so long? I hope everything's okay. That'd be crazy. He comes back and be like, okay, I gotta go to work. Bye. Ah, shit.
Go just a little bit.
That's fine though. It happens, man.
I know. I'm just joking. Have any of you watched Avatar?
Ethan. Yeah. Hold on one second. Ethan, I had a question back for you when we first joined. Ethan. Oh, he's deafened. Fucking. Damn it. Never mind. Yeah, I watched Avatar. and The Legend of Korra. Um, or are you
what
talking
did
about
you
blue
think
people? Which Avatar? Blue people Avatar or Airbenders? Or, you know what I'm saying?
What? Can you repeat what you're saying?
You mean like the fucking Fire Nation Earth, the fucking
Yeah,
Bender anime, right? Okay. I wasn't sure if you're talking about the fucking space alien blue monkey shit, like Avatar.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, I meant that.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show. What about it?
I just haven't been watching it for a bit. I'm actually a fantasy writer, or wannabe writer, and I'm currently watching it and taking some inspiration.
Hmm. Okay.
I also inspiration from Harry Potter, Tolkien. What else? Oh, JoJo's Adventures, the Hollow Knight series. I like my weird stuff, as long with my fantasy.
Yeah. How old is everybody here? I'm 30. I just turned 31.
I'm 18, about to be 19, actually.
I know Gold's old as shit like me. I mean, not as old as me, but.
Mate, I'm 22.
Damn, boy. That's your voice, my bad. In that accent. You feel like my bad, bro.
Motherfucker, I'm nowhere near the 30s.
Yeah, my bad. Shit. My fault.
Bro,
Why, Sarah?
Jacob, how old are you?
Dinosaur? You were in kindergarten?
Me? I wasn't.
Oh, listen here, motherfucker.
I was busy picking myself up with my bootstraps. I don't know. Anyway, Jacob, how old are you?
28.
Damn, old man, what's up, G? Unks up. Anyway, he doesn't like that. Apparently, it's okay to be unk. It's okay to be unk, Jake.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Did that,
Oh,
is
uncle?
that-
It means like your old man. But sure.
Who is your uncle? Or your father's biological brother?
Oh,
And again,
boy.
I guess you could a symbolic thing, like calling.
Gold.
Okay, this.
Help. They're bots. They don't know unk. What unk means.
But-
And I'm. How the
my
fuck
dad
the 31-year-old
doesn't have
knows?
any biological brothers. He
What is
has
uncle?
like 5 sisters, and my mom has some biological brothers and sisters and something like.
Nice.
So, what got you guys into D&D? To me, it was the.
My dad played 1E a lot, and he has a bunch of materials he gave me. I'll show you guys. I have a large collection of 1E expansions and like physical ones.
Sacred Text.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they're probably worth, I would assume, decent money. Let's see, the camera's working. It's eased. Am I pretty? Oh, so pretty.
I don't know why, but every time I think about books, I remember that one very sus book that I'm pretty sure made the rounds a few years ago. Do you guys not know what I'm talking about?
Was it that one book with that lady?
I'm talking about the book that had so many classes based on kinks. Like, a class for every kink imaginable.
Oh, D&D book? Okay, that sounds familiar. I think someone posted it somewhere on a server or something.
I think it was kind of good, with a lot of good homebrew, but yeah. Not that I read it myself, of course. I'm just talking from someone that heard about it.
Or maybe run it on like April 1st or something.
Mitch, what were you talking about? Sorry for interrupting you.
What? What?
We were talking about something else before I brought up the kink book. I wanted you to finish.
Oh, yeah, so I just showed you all the text I had for the 1E. That's all I was doing. But Kink book.
Oh, I didn't realize you were streaming. My bad. I was. And anyway, the King book. I'm talking about that book that made the rounds a few years back. You know, the one that had classes and subclasses based on fetishes?
No, did not know that. Nice.
Apparently it was actually really good. And apparently one of the pages comes... I just laugh. I can't help but laugh every time I remember that book.
Yeah, you're good, man. It's funny. What was it called?
I don't know. Just look up... Oh, man, I really wish I...
You're good,
But I
man.
don't remember.
You're good.
If you look, you'll probably find it. But yeah. And it's the about it is that it was one of the books recommended to me. Which, yeah, it was recommended by a YouTube video. Which I had never received such recommendations up to that point, and I don't understand why they recommended that one to me first.
Well, you got
Okay,
the
I complete.
video, so.
Right, so offended.
You got it. When you say recommended, a YouTube video said it was a good idea. I don't know if it was really a recommendation directly to you. I don't know if you can take it personally. Like, I don't think you should wonder why they recommended it to you. They're just recommending that to their audience, so I wouldn't take it
And
personally.
the book, the funniest part is the book reviewer. The book he got had one of the pages. One of the pages were sticky. Yeah, one of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Gross.
which just
Gross.
wow.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
coming back, guys. Like, fucking, he's dead.
I'm not gonna work there, no.
I'll go into the voice chat channel up there. Let me know if he comes back.
20. Oh, such a shame. Even I'm leaving. Call me if he comes back within like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Call me back and I'll come. Other than that, have a good day. Okay?
Alright, have a good day. Didn't expect this to happen.
Me neither. I would have been going to volunteer to Moose Lodge, but then I saw the thing that someone posted. So I got in the shower and put on pajamas, but then I don't have a clean pair of clothes to volunteer to Moose Lodge now. Well, kinda, but I'd be using my work pants. What are your opinion on puppies?
Hello? Alright, sorry about that, guys.
Hello.
I had a work emergency to respond to, but I'm back.
Well, Alright, welcome back. Some people just left because they weren't sure the time.
Alright, hold on. Alright, let me message. He's back.
Alright. I think he agreed to run straight there, but it looks like he's gone. Dead.
Did he the one guy leave?
Well, I just moved up the chat there, and I guess he just fucking left. I don't.
Yeah,
what he said.
finding left, but he told me to DM him when you're back.
Oh my! Wow! Did you not just go up a chat or something? He's definitely in a phone call with somebody else now. We're cooked, boys. If we wait for him.
Well, as long as we have Mitch, we should be fine. There he is.
Way faster than I thought it'd be. Yay!
And I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
All right.
Welcome back.
I have to do something. Just to be clear, but I'm going to mute myself for a bit. And just to be clear, if I'm not back before then, never mind. Just give me a moment.
Alright, well, we left off with most of the crew at the old temple run, so before I left, I think we were trying to go over what our next move was. You guys had some time to plan out your action, so hopefully that was long enough for you guys to figure it out. So now,
Yeah, we did. So we established who's waiting and who's running. So, like, basically, like, that's as far as we got. But I don't think anybody needed prep, is what we decided. So we're gonna move straight there. And I think they're not doing much besides holding. So.
alright, sounds good. So yeah, we definitely discussed that earlier. I remember DOCKLA and them said they were just way back there at the old temple ruin. But I think we were waiting on, was it Bob before I left, on what he was gonna do.
Bob or Chad? Bob, what are you doing? Jacob.
Pretty much just that.
You're gonna wait?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
holding the fort.
Got it.
Alright, and then of course, for Chad and MICHSUN, you were at the Elven village. You got word about the assault on the old temple ruin, so if you do plan on hiding there right away, what course of travel do you want to take?
Straight there? Or what do you mean course of travel?
So straight
I mean,
there,
like- Oh, okay. I got you.
You wanna
Alright,
use
mean
the trenches?
Look at the map and type shit. Okay. Are those roads or is that the tree line? Like, what is that?
so these dotted
Which is
lines,
the trenches, and I did not want us to pass through those.
Alright, so the path probably the fastest. There's 7 mercenaries on the trail. Though? Are those enemies? Alright, fuck it. I take the fastest way. If that's the path, that's the path.
alright, what about you, Chad?
So you're going for a straight line, Mitch, right?
Well, I'm following the road. The fastest. I'm taking the fastest way there.
You mean the trenches? Where's the road?
Wait, is that a trench? Is that or a road? I thought I asked if it's a road, and then
That's
everybody said yes.
then I thought you should go there.
And these are the
you
trenches.
Okay, understood. Thought it was a road. Okay. Anyway, Elven Outpost is friendly. Let's just go completely. Let's go east until we're north of the beavers, or we're north of the deer where there's that camp, and then go south. So, yep, 3 over, 1 down. Avoid the trench line.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Alright. As you guys set out, we're going to go back to the other crew. You've been waiting here this morning for reinforcements. Still no signs of any reinforcements. I do have to check if there's any changes to your situation. throughout the previous night and evening. Alright, no further encounters, at least no monster encounters. And the situation between you and the other enemy force has become hostile, possible attack. You're held up on the stairs, and it's not long before you realize that that's not the only enemy position you have to concern yourselves with. While you were held up on the stairs, it wasn't long before you realized that among the ruins, all those towers around you, there might be a way into them, right? From either where they're at or from other places in the ruins. And it wasn't long before your position was pinned as well. You started to take fire from the towers as the sun set, right? Near sunset, you were fired upon. It's not immediate attack, but it's hostile and intent to kill, right? So they did fire upon your troop to scare you off for a moment, which covered their retreat. The ones that were stuck in the hidey holes or whatever, stuck among the ruins, they were able to climb down safely into their pits, unless you wanted to get shot and killed, right? So at that point, we lost the position temporarily, right, as they covered and suppressed yours with a missile fire, right, arrows. Did you want to react to that in any way? Did you want to try to return fire, or not take cover and possibly get shot?
Take cover.
Not take cover is crazy.
I mean, some people might not take cover; they might just take the shots, or maybe choose to return fire immediately.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got you.
so
I just like the way you worded it. That was very clear.
Let's just take cover so we don't fucking die.
Alright, so you no longer have any enemies trapped, though, right? Because they were able to retreat and, yeah. Now it's just a standard kind of a siege now, right? You've got the stairs, they've got the towers and the ruins, right? So there was some, due to, of course, the dice rolls on how things went in between then and now, it mostly went negatively, right?
May I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Which tower were we getting shot from? All of them or?
All around.
The southern towers, mainly.
All around.
It was the closest of the towers. So the southeastern tower, which is northeast of your position, if you're looking on the roughly drawn map, it was this tower.
Got a
here.
map, thank God bless. Okay, cool. Alright.
So here's the makeshift map. To the top of the screen, you can see the stair position. That's where we're at.
Okay.
You can see like these alcoves or these openings where
Is that debris and shit?
Yep, that's all debris, collapsed wall. The entire southern wall and southwestern tower are all collapsed. The floor here of the temple is collapsed, revealing, of course, an underground or lower level of the temple. And then even lower than that, there are pits that lead even deeper below the ruins of the temple and its basement level. That's where the enemy retreated into. Originally, we held the stair position up here on this higher level, which would have been connecting, or which would have led up into the temple, but the floor leading into the temple between the stairs and the actual temple collapsed. However, this vantage point allowed us to suppress the enemy position for a short time, until, of course, backup arrived and, of course, covered their retreat. So now it's just us out here and them in the towers and underground, more than likely, preparing for perhaps a counterattack or counter-assault on your position, so to drive you off from their ruins.
May I say something?
What's up?
It may honestly just be best at this point to make a temporary retreat until reinforcements arrive, and
They're
then...
not there.
You're not there,
Why
Chad. What are you talking? This isn't okay. If you have a question or you have to say something with this, or anything about the situation, you should try to do so in character, role play. Right? You're not in this situation. You're not even there.
Running
yet.
there, so we're not. Yeah.
This is for Bob, Adonis, and DOCKLA. Now, if you had to say something like for your group, that's fine. But you're not actually there, so you can't tell them your idea yet. Does that make sense?
Very well.
Alright. But for DOCKLA, Bob, and Adonis, given the situation now, do you want to continue waiting for reinforcements or something else?
Yeah. How many were shooting? It was like
Let me roll for it.
Oof, 20? Shit. 7
Say
arrows.
that there were about maybe 3 shooters at the time. 3 to 4 shooters.
Okay.
From the southeastern tower.
Can I take a shot at one, like return fire?
Well, that you already gave it. Oh, I'm not there. Oh.
So that moment already passed, but you can you can observe to see if they're still there and open fire.
Okay.
You already declared that you didn't do that, right? So it already happened. It already went past. You had your chance.
Yeah.
You can
My bad.
look now,
I
but
misunderstood.
they're already gone. Do you want to check if they're there?
Nah.
Alright, well, Adonis and Bob, was there anything you wanted to do?
Maybe
1, 2,
like
3. You go on.
maybe like stand like back to back in like a circle to watch more directions at once.
You mean like, when you say back to back, you mean look different directions and stay in cover?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's a good suggestion. However, given that you've been here for the past day, at default, what had been assumed, now if you want to change this, you can, but in order for you to all maintain your readiness for combat, you guys actually were taking turns on shift, and you were only observing the forward position, which is northward, right? Observe for any signs of enemies northward, mostly just listening for enemies, realistically. The other two would have been resting. Now, if you wanted to have 2 guards at once and only 1 person resting, I suppose it's fine. If you're willing to suffer the consequences of not having any time to rest, or less time to rest, right? So earlier the idea was that 2 of you would be resting, so that way the guy who's on shift listening for enemies, he would not be as battle ready as the other 2, but the other 2, right, they would be more ready, because they had time to just close their eyes and sleep until they were stirred awake for combat, right? But that was the idea, that you guys were taking turns, maybe like 2-hour turns at a time, or 1 hour. Either way, you guys were not all watching at once unless you wanted to. So what were you guys doing in between? How did you guys want to do your shifts then? Would you guys all just stay awake the entire time and just grow exhausted?
Turns. Huh?
Did you want to do like 1 hour? One person does an hour shift while the other 2 rest. How are your shifts? Because at default,
Let's do an hour.
an hour. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. So, hour shifts definitely helps out. Gives you all an hour, or maybe a 2-hour break in between events, right? Or in between shifts, which is definitely pretty adequate. But you still have combat fatigue, right? None of you got 8 hours of sleep last night. It was just 2 hours off, 1 hour back on, right? For the past 24 hours. Which is not too bad. But you do have tiredness, you do have fatigue. You'll have a -1. Now, you're not exhausted though. If you're exhausted, you might have a -4 and half speed. But you definitely are not fully awake anymore, right? Drowsy. You're trying your best to stay in the fight and stay focused, right? You've had food, you've had some water. Or actually, you're running low on water at this point. You're not close to a water source. Your water skins are probably depleted by now. So every now and then, during your breaks or when you're not on shift, you would sneak off and maybe go get water and take your shits and pisses. Alright, well, let's go back to the group then. If there's nothing else you guys want to do or discuss or think about. So the other group was on their way to the old temple ruin, and they decided to march eastward through the forest, all the way to signs of any beavers before they start heading south. There's not a lot of major landmarks directly to the east, unless you're trying to move and look into finding the settlements 3 miles east. Each grid
We're going
represents a
straight
mile.
there. They asked for help. We're going straight there.
Okay.
I second this. We're going there immediately. No distractions.
So you do your best to measure 3 miles out, but the main way of navigation is to move out until you come across a landmark to help you reorient yourself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
So like, there's nothing out here but signs of beavers possibly, but if there are no signs of beavers you move across, you might actually go further past it. Makes sense. You won't know when you hit 3 miles.
I understand. So, I roll for this, or
There's a roll
What's
for
that
this,
smaller settlement? Bruce?
there's like an intelligence roll or something?
but the higher chance of success might be to move east until you reach the signs of the Elven Apples, and to move south. The guaranteed navigation is to move along the trenches, or in the trenches.
Baddies there, though, I thought.
These are friendly trenches.
The reason I don't want to
They're
there,
friendly?
Yes, these belong to the elves.
Oh.
well, they're supposed to be friendly.
Then we don't,
There's
we
a
don't slow. It's not slower, it's the same? Or faster? There's no speed boost. Is it like a road, or is it? It shouldn't be as fast as a road.
It's a trench, a medieval military trench. There have been issues in the past. Some adventurers don't know how to talk, and they make themselves look like spies, so they end up getting captured by friendly troops for investigation
I see.
purposes.
I can see. I see.
That's why Chad is reluctant to move through the trenches, because I
can
think the one
see.
guy, he's like, I was a merchant, I'm just, traveling. He was clearly not a merchant. but- and there's enemy soldiers,
You know
like, there
what?
are humans on the other side of the
On a second thought,
trench.
All right, let's just take the
Me?
trench though, because it's. I got it.
Okay,
I'll go.
that's why
Okay.
some player characters don't have the mental or readiness to actually go through the trenches anymore, because they
Alright.
think they're gonna fuck up again, maybe, right?
You-
And lie
I
to
get
the
you, I'm
soldiers
going through.
immediately, and then get in trouble for it, right? For no reason. If you just tell the truth right
I got
away,
a rope. I
right?
can tie up my friend if he's being dumb and carry him.
Yeah, like, they had no merchandise, they had armor and weapons, and they're like, we're merchants. Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, the best way to carry your goods is on your body, dumbass.
Alright.
do both have a high charisma score, so it's less likely that we suffer a similar situation, right?
Yeah, but in that situation, I don't think it would have mattered what his charisma was, because he was
Just
sussy as fuck.
blatantly suspicious.
He should have just admitted that he was a mercenary and tell him that he was passing through to aid the
Yes, that's
Old
exactly
attempt.
what we're gonna. That's exactly what we're doing. Let's go.
Alright,
Very
so
well. I'll come with you, mainly because I don't
Yes.
want to leave you alone in such dangerous
Thank you
area.
for your help. I appreciate it. Oh, and we exercise free will and sprint the whole way. No, that'll probably kill us, but whatever.
Alright, so just standard march, equally careful, equally quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, just get us there. Simple, nice and simple. Let's go.
It's not long before you make it toward the first of the trenches along the western coast here. And along the coast, actually, where the trench starts here, there's a small outpost manned by a couple mercenaries. These are elven mercenaries. Or not even mercenaries, they're elven soldiers, guardsmen. So you're approaching the position from a safe distance. Let's see how they react to you. Naturally, you're easily observed. And they actually welcome you and are friendly, right? They see you approach,
Awesome.
they wave at you from the outpost. Do you want to approach them, or do you want to just move past them? Continue toward the trenches.
I'll wave, and I'm gonna continue towards the trenches. I'll be friendly, but like I'm,
So avoid the
Hey,
outpost.
I'm-
Yeah.
yeah.
It may
If
be
they're waving me down, like I don't think they're waving me down, right? To come to them.
No, they're just waving at you and smiling from a distance. Like, hello, good morning.
Morning, O's. How you doing, guys?
Good. They shout.
We're on our way.
I
We're
do
on our
the
way to help
same,
some
but-
friends in trouble. So we gotta go, but if you feel like fighting, come with.
We'll consider your offer. Best of luck.
Thank you. Let's continue on our way.
At
And
least
you're
it
now
didn't
moving
go
to the
horribly.
trenches. Alright, very well. And
I have nothing.
okay. Let's see how the rest of the journey through the trenches go. Every hour of marching through the trenches and through the woods, there is a chance for an encounter. That's for monsters. We'll check chance for an enemy encounter. Alright, unfortunate. Animals would be irrelevant
What?
to the situation. But there was an enemy encounter sometime during your march along
Oh,
the
shit.
trenches. You're probably approaching an ongoing skirmish along the trenches. So you're moving through the trenches, and maybe half an hour later, or I'll roll to see when it occurred. 40 minutes into the first hour of your march, you're about maybe almost 2 miles through the march, right? Something like that. You're somewhere around here in the midst of the. This is actually the heart of the fighting, where most of the fighting is conducted. The enemy are trying to push right through. You know, they're applying. They're constantly, as reported, applying a lot of pressure toward the center to divide and conquer the Elven territories, right, and take down or assault the Elven outpost, which is only manned by 2 Elven soldiers regularly, and 7 human mercenaries and 85 human civilians settling the land around it. But 7 mercenaries are usually positioned here with missile weapons ready to fire on approaching enemy positions, right? And as you're moving through the trenches, you can actually hear the sound of arrows whizzing through the trenches. It's a skirmish. It's not like an active charge or anything. It's just back and forth arrows whizzing past the lines and enemies continuously moving up, right? You don't see them, you just hear it, right? You just want to just continue through the trenches. Anyway, you're.
Or
You can go back. If you climb out, you
I
might
mean,
get shot. So it's either back
Yeah,
or
that's
forward.
why I just thought that. I was like, let me go around, but I can't get out. So let me just continue through the trenches. And, like, you know, equally careful, equally or whatever. If something happens, let me know. But the safest thing is to stay.
The mercenaries act hostile to a possible attack. As you're moving up to their position, you come across a mercenary position, and he turns to you. He's got a heavy crossbow, and he says, "Halt!" Right? He takes aim.
Freeze and throw my arms in the air. We're friendly.
I do.
We're moving through the trenches. Don't shoot.
You're uncertain. He says, "Do you have proper authorization? Any papers? Any insignia?"
I don't have any papers. I'm just an adventurer going towards the ruined temple. I can stay here with my arms up for as long as you need.
Very well. Come forward. I'll have a look myself. Right. So
All right,
he
I'm
goes
not.
over.
I'm gonna come up slow.
One at a time. Right.
All right, I continue up to him with my arms in the air.
Okay. He carefully watches you, and backup arrives. Another soldier arrives. Right. Another guardsman. And they watch you carefully approach. They look you over. They're like, he doesn't look like an enemy soldier. Right. All right, you can pass. And they look over the rest of your crew, making sure there are no spies among you. Right. They can clearly, typically find out an enemy spy because the enemies typically wear metal armor issued by the goblins. Right. There are a bunch of humans that decided to switch sides. Right. Human mercenaries, and they're fighting for the goblins now. So, with the promise of course, enjoying some of the spoils of the war if they manage to conquer the elves, right? So, yeah. So they check you all over. They try to ensure that you're all not a spy or enemy human soldiers, right? And you all seem to be authorized. Yeah, they check you over. You don't look like an enemy force, and they will request backup if that's fine. So they do warn you that this is a dangerous zone, and they advise that you turn back now. It could get worse. You might be cut off if you continue further east, right? If this position
I
is
understand. We're
overrun.
gonna go there anyway.
Okay. And they will request your assistance if you're willing to provide it. They need backup, right? So if you're willing, they will pay you actually. The mercenary captain here at the trenches is willing to enlist or hire you on for the day to help them defend this trench, because the enemies are constantly just continue to advance positions, right, and dig in. They would move up, you know, block their firing line, and
Can we?
yeah, they're getting closer.
If I do that, fuck.
It'll be separated. It will be two different adventures if you don't continue with the original plan.
Yeah. If we do that, because I got to go change my mechanics here. If we guys, I might have to do this. I have an idea. I can sell my guys an NPC to them, or just continue that separate adventure. If Bob doesn't want to do that with them, does that make sense? That way you can focus on the one run, and then I can go do real life shit that I got a phone call about.
Okay. Chad, what do you
Is that
think?
acceptable?
It is possible. Yeah, you can help man the trenches and get paid some food today. And Chad, if you
Well,
want.
I mean, it could be that, or I can just next time we play. It depends. So I don't know. Whatever.
You gotta head on in real life. So.
Yeah. I mean, he's at the door. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Talk to figure out what
Chad
wants to do.
wants. All right, Chad, what do you think?
If I,
Mercenaries need your help.
they still need my assistance, and if I stop now, and if I take this detour, it could put them in mortal peril. But if I don't, it could make me suspicious, and I would be alone.
Not suspicious. They wanted to let you pass, but they're also hoping to hire you on. So you've already been given authorization. They checked you guys over, and they don't consider you to be spies. It's just you and MICHSUN, right? So
How many mercenaries are there?
7.
And they have the new one because he was joining them. Meanwhile, they desperately are going to need me. I think I'm going to move forward on my own and try to make it to the old temple.
Stick to the original plan.
Mainly
Yeah.
because they need me, yes.
All right, so you're gonna move on. It seems like MICHSUN's gonna be left behind to help man the trenches. The main thing they need help is more eyes on the field. On no man's land.
I really wish he would have given me some of his rations.
Those are hard-earned rations, you know. I'm not sure if he's willing to share. So, rations are
Not
the fuel
for me, but if to them.
We gotta go. Goodbye.
Take care. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, we're gonna go back to the
Alright,
other
let's
group.
get in.
So the other group, you've been waiting out at the stairs still. for
Yeah, I think we bail on.
reinforcements.
I think that's the best thing we're doing. Like, yeah, we can't do this.
All right, you guys wanna abandon the position and move on elsewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. Is even no matter how many reinforcements tank, I think it might be just too much of a bad position for.
All right,
Yeah,
what would you rather do
better.
today?
No one else has an opinion.
Well, I mean, I stayed here so I could help you. I'm going to go.
Don't worry. I'm asking Agnes and Bob. I suggest we abandon position. We're just 3 dudes.
Yeah, but we did take out like 5 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, but there's like.
With the element of support. Would they still escape at first?
Fine, we'll just leave the position then. Just leave.
Alright, we're leaving.
All right, Bob, what do you say?
Yeah, cause now they'll to have the battlefield like advantage. They're in like better positions and surrounding us and stuff. Like much better.
Sorry, I couldn't understand you. You're gonna have to be a little more clear on what you want to do.
They're in like more fortified positions now and more spread out.
Are there more fortified positions? There could be. The towers look
I'm
pretty
saying like
fortified.
the tower.
That's why we're getting out of here. Not a good idea.
So what do you want to do? You want to move to a fortified position?
No, I mean like retreat.
Oh, retreat? Okay.
Like that's another thing.
Alright. DOCKLA, Bob, and Adonis. You all agreed to retreat, but where are you retreating to?
To the camp, the camp that's outside, that's nearby the old temple ruins.
Okay, the outpost?
So
Where the
there's-
elves are?
Yeah, the outpost. Yes, there we go.
Alright. You make your way down the forested hill upon where the temple ruins are, and you make your way down to the, of course, the outpost. And you find there, as you approach, the mercenaries manning the post, right? Particularly, it looks like maybe a couple elves manning the post. You want to like climb inside the trench, or into the outpost, or what do you want to do there?
Yeah, join them in the trench.
Okay, you're in the trenches now. You're making your way to the outpost. Let's see how they react to you. They're uncertain. They're confused. They're like, "What happened out there?
Fucking.
Are you guys all right?"
There's more cannibals came out of on top of the tower and rained out us. About 3 to 4 shooters up there. We couldn't hold the position with just 3 dudes. They were probably planning to. Yeah, we couldn't hold. There was too many of them. They're on like a tower and they were shooting upon us. And
Sounds
that's
like
what
you need to
happened.
find more men.
Yeah, we were waiting, but we weren't expecting 7. Not 7. 3, 4 cannibals to start shooting on top of us from a tower. So we do need more men.
You might want to look into hiring some mercenaries then.
Why not? How many of you are there?
We're not for hire, but I'm sure that the surrounding settlements might have men to hire.
All right.
Yeah, the elf says, "We are contracted to defend this outpost. To abandon the contract would make us deserters."
My bad. What you guys said? You need mercenaries, and you're mercenaries, so I'd assume you were offering your services. My apologies.
There was a miscommunication. No worries. We highly suggest you hire some men for this assault. We encourage it, in fact.
All right.
Unlike retainers,
I'm pretty sure. What is it?
You want them to talk first, or you want us to talk first?
Pretty sure we sent 2 hunters back. They were supposed to bring more men, so we will chill here for a little bit, see if anyone comes by. Then we go look for more men.
All right. They nod. They seem agreeable, and he explains what he thinks about mercenaries. He says mercenaries might be good for long-term campaigns, to some extent, especially given how retainers, of course, are good long-term in some ways, but they usually do a lot more dangerous work than mercenaries, and therefore the resolve to keep going is typically more finicky than a mercenary's resolve or will to keep working, because unlike retainers, mercenaries don't make a morale check per game to remain in your services. So if you don't want to have to check your retainers' morale to see if they remain in your services, you might hire on mercenaries instead. Now there's only another difference. Mercenaries want payment, right? Guaranteed payment. And they also don't take as many risks.
Of course. Makes sense.
In the meantime, as you guys wait on reinforcements, we're gonna go back to chat. Chad, it sounds like you're gonna continue through the trenches despite the situation.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the situation yet, so yeah, I would just go.
Alright, the situation is that the trench is under fire, right? That's about it.
Okay, I have a good idea. I have an idea. Continue forward, hopefully until I can meet them.
Alright. You eventually get to the last outpost on the center or the central trenches. That would be around here on the map. And from here, the trenches continue southeast straight toward the old temple ruin. But it shouldn't take you much longer before you're there. So you want to keep moving through the trenches, right? Until you get to the temple ruin or something else?
Yes, I have to keep moving for the trenches.
We'll check for any other encounters through the trenches. And maybe half an hour later, you arrive at the old temple ruin, right? You make it to the outpost, you're approaching it. For those who have been waiting there, eventually you hear someone moving through the trenches northwest of you, approaching your outpost, and it's a lone adventurer, a single magic user. Some of you met him before. It's Chad, the medium. He's here.
Yeah.
So you're the people I'm supposed to help?
Yes. Is it just you?
Why aren't... Yes, it's just me. I had a fellow comrade, but he had to assist the up...
Oh. Okay.
Just kidding.
We were planning to look out for some more men to assault the old temple ruins, hire some mercenaries. You might come with us to look for some.
Of course, I came here to defend the outpost to begin with. I'll do anything to assist it. But, sir, I want to... situation that you may be interested in.
Yes? What would that be?
In the middle part of the trench, there's a current offensive, and they're desperately looking for more men. If we all...
Oh.
And they're willing to pay handsomely and feed us. If we all do there, it could temporarily stop and help defend them. It could help us get the gold and copper to afford more mercenaries and put some food in our stomach.
No,
Be interested
what
in?
do you think about it, Adonis and Bob? Adonis and Bob.
I think Bob, like, at his time as a soldier, like before becoming an adventurer, he just really committed, like, to the idea of being a yes man. So, like, he's gonna be having a character arc where he...
Alright. Yes, man, it is, alright. And Adonis? Gold?
Yes, I'm here. Give me a second. I didn't hear what you said, but
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My
There's
headphones cut out.
There was a current offensive somewhere in the middle, offensive, and we're getting asked to go.
Oh yeah, let's go help them.
Alright, let's go. We're gonna go help them, then, Dungeon Master.
Hopefully they'll still be
This is
looking
not a-
for men there.
Alright,
Battles come out a while.
so it sounds like you all have agreed to move out northwest to the trenches to help reinforce those mercenaries and the heart of the trenches, right? The northern trenches.
Yes.
Okay, so you're moving through the eastern trenches right now, northwestward. And eventually you come across one of the posts out there in the middle of that trench. You passed through it earlier. It's manned by a single soldier who just watches out for any signs of enemies to report back. To report back to whoever can respond to an enemy approach. You see that there's no longer just one soldier there, there's two. and it's looked like the second soldier is more of a levy soldier, like a peasant soldier. So he's wearing a helmet and a tunic and such, and he climbed, or he's in the trenches discussing or talking with the soldier there. And they see your group, and they seem glad to hear you, automatically glad to hear you, or see you and hear you approach. The soldier is more than happy to see your crew overall, and he immediately provides a proper greeting. He says, as you approach, right, he says, "Good morning, gentlemen. I have an urgent request of you."
Yeah, we
We
know.
accept.
You're in desperate need of man. We're here to help.
The farmer, or the peasant soldier, he nods and says, "I'm one of the village militia from my small encampment northeast of here. Our camp has been assaulted. It just happened earlier this morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning, before the sun rose. As we were getting up for bed, we found that our encampment was surrounded by enemies, and we were immediately fired upon and attacked. I was able to flee the position with a few others, and I came here immediately to report to you the losses. Our encampment's northeast of here, and we were assigned to, of course, settle the land by the local lord. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hold the position, and our camp was lost to what I believe are the goblins. They fired upon us as we exited our tents from the surrounding forest around us. They never made their way into our camp, but they were all around us, shooting at us from every angle. Non-stop bombardment. I barely made it here. My other friend is moving westward right now, over to the Elven outpost. But I came here for immediate backup and assistance."
Were they shooting guns?
It was mostly bow and arrows.
Mostly.
I don't remember any guns being fired.
Right then.
Something?
We're willing to help if
Hold up.
Guys, yes.
We need. I want to clarify something too. Sorry, man. It appears that there's been a confusion. I assumed you were asking for assistance in the middle of the trench, where we heard lately there's been a great offensive by the goblins. We are going there to help them.
The other soldier explains, the one who's assigned to the post explains, "I told the farmer that you will be able to help, because I remember your crew was southeast of here, and had the numbers to possibly help him." And the peasant soldier says, "Although our camp is lost, this would be a great opportunity to ambush the enemy position. If they're still there, we'll be able to counter their attack, or maybe cut them off on their way back into their territory."
It's probably a good idea. Do you have?
Is it thing development? Can I say something?
Yes.
Sorry if I'm too interrupted, by the way. I just want to clarify.
Well,
If
don't
we
mind.
will not only be paid, but will be fed. Most importantly, likely be able to ransack some gear. But if we go to the outpost, there's no guarantee of payment other than what we can scavenge from the goblins, and there's no telling how primitive the resources will be. So we may end up getting less than what we would do if we defended the trench.
They pay us like a silver piece for per goblin head we bring back. We charge more than enough.
That's a good fucking money.
That's more than enough. But we just killed goblins, and the goblins in general are armored. They're pretty wealthy. From what we kill and sell the goblins, we can just sell it, and we can get almost a gold piece for all. I say we do this.
I'll let you decide. We'll do it as a democracy. The most votes wins. I say we continue west to the trenches.
I will turn to the peasant. Are you and some of the some of the men you got out of there going to help us too, or you guys staying here?
Only me and my friend were able to escape. All the other ones, I don't know who else made it out of there. But it all happened so quickly.
Are you going to help, or are you going to stay here?
I personally will be heading back to the Elven village to report this. Our job was to
All right.
settle the land there and to report any enemy attacks on the position. I have little to no
Alright,
reason
then.
to go back there, but if I do, help you fight them off. I'm just reporting this to this post here in case they want to do something about the situation. And if I do participate in helping you assault the enemy position now, I would expect a share of the spoils.
Of course.
A share of the spoils that could, I'm going to stay silent. So, Ethan, what do you want to decide?
I think we should help, or at least go attack and ambush these goblins. We're wasting time.
I fully
discussing
agree with
stuff.
that statement.
Alright, then.
In
You
that
said
ca-
it was. You said it was northwest from here, right?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Our camp is northeast. It was overrun.
Alright then. Let's head northeast then.
I've been outvoted. Very well, I shall follow. My only job was to accompany this encampment. Will.
Get that sleep ready, Chad. Alright, kill some goblins.
The civilians were massacred.
Mm-hmm. So you think it's the
Reportedly.
revenge.
And they were reported to be killed off. One civilian made it over to your position, and all he's got is a hunting bow, or a short bow, for his weapon. So, a lot of you will make your way northeast to maybe counter the enemy's retreat if they're headed back into the trenches, right? If that's their
Yes.
movement, or at the very least we can track them down. So the civilian joined your team, you hired him on, or you partnered up with him.
Let's just have him go report the situation. Like,
You don't wanna
what
keep
you were
him?
originally doing.
Okay, you want to send
Yeah.
him off? Yeah, he was originally gonna.
Yes.
His original plan was to move through the trenches to report until he got back to the village.
Yeah.
His other friend, of
Probably
course,
best.
abandoned fled and went straight for the outpost. So,
That was probably the best idea.
all right, so you don't keep him. All right. So yeah, you
Yeah.
send him off. You say stick to your original plan, and that's what he'll do. All right. So you guys get word of that. This will be a more independent endeavor if you set out to hunt the goblins down northeast. The bonus about that is that the spoils are all yours for the taking then, right? You don't have to share it with the 7 mercenaries. If you help them, all the spoils of war are divided among all of you, and you might even get a smaller share, right? You'll definitely get paid, but not as much as if you were to take matters into your own hands.
Goblins are valuable, man. Like, so he's correct. I think it's
So
crazy.
4 of you are gonna set out for the goblins, the skirmishers. All right.
Yeah.
You make movement toward where he reported the camp to be. He said that the land there was somewhat cleared out for, of course, settling. They cut down trees. They cleared out a plot of land to build their encampment. So you move northeast in search of signs of the encampment. It's a snowy, cold winter day. You follow his tracks northeast. Let's see if you encounter the enemy position on your way northeast. First of all, I'm going to roll to see if the enemy's pursued either of them. This will be based on a morale check. A passing morale check means they will not, right? Because the original goal, well, you don't know it, but I'm going to roll to see if they actually pursued or not. Alright. So, it doesn't look like there are any signs of goblins during your approach to the camp. We're going to roll to see if they're still there. And to find out if they're still there, we're going to roll a 1d6, and there's a 1 in 6 chance they're still there. They're not there anymore, but there are definitely signs of their more recent movement. So they probably left the camp. The camp has been raided, of course. When you get there and you approach the position of the camp, you observe it from a safe distance. It's out in the clearing. It's just the camp is surrounded by wooden fence, trenches, and it's got like maybe a few tents, maybe one woodland shelter, makeshift woodland shelter. That's about it. You see all the tents are just or half the tents are broken. Blood litters the battlefield. There are no signs of any corpses anywhere or weapons laying on the ground. Just kicked up snow, blood here and there. A smoldering fire. That's it. An abandoned camp. There's no one there.
And there was clear goblin movement.
Yep, tracks
So, like,
and the blood trails.
Alright. I say we follow them. We are faster than goblins, especially if they're armored.
And dragon loot.
They're slow.
Yeah, the blood trail moves eastward, so most likely these goblins came from all the way around, right, to attack from the east.
That was took them days. Holy shit.
Unless they have a
Where's
position
the
out
cannibal?
here. So cannibals are supposedly living out here to the northeast, right? So they're between us and the cannibals.
Do the tracks lead to northeast?
Tracks lead northeast or northeast east, slightly north, mostly east.
Likely run into the cannibal outpost. I say we turn back. They're no match for them.
Alright.
Cannibal soldiers are there.
How many cannibals are there?
Cannibal soldiers. We don't have to worry about the civilians, do we?
I think everyone's dead or gone.
Talking about the cannibals, I highly suspect this was a cannibal attack.
Could have been cannibal, could have been goblin. No one knows for certain because, of course, they fled.
What's their tracks? What do their tracks look like?
Blood trails and boot prints.
And I'm assuming they're
Shoes
man-sized
and
boot prints.
We'll roll for it. Let's see. Odds, they're man size. Evens, they're child size. They're child size. So they're goblin tracks, more than
Goblin.
likely.
Alright, then let's follow the
Small
goblin tracks. then.
humanoid tracks moving northeast. Mostly east. So they're more than likely maybe taking these cannibals or these corpses over to the cannibals. Maybe to sell. Maybe they're working with the cannibals. Who knows, right?
Yeah. Well, let's try to stop the goblins in their tracks. Then.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you
say we
follow their trail.
follow.
Yeah, wherever they are, or wherever they are, they can't be too far because they had to drag all the meat with them, right?
Yeah.
So
And they're gonna be slow as hell too, you know, if they wear all that armor.
if they are wearing any
Or-
armor.
The bodies, if they're doing that.
All right.
Yeah.
Your crew moves northeast through the forest in search of any signs of goblins. And it's not long before you come across signs of them. You see where the blood trails lead. Clearly, you see almost a dozen or so goblins dragging, of course, the human corpses, right? They're dragging the human corpses on a makeshift sled made of ropes and planks of wood, right? So they got the human corpses lying on the sleds. They're dragging the sleds with human corpses through the snow. There's about almost a dozen of them. Half of them are dragging half of them are dragging the vehicle they've got, which is the sled. The other half are like patrolling, on watch. They're definitely a lot slower than your troop.
Sleep them. Sleep
Can't
them.
sleep. So there's about a dozen of them almost.
Chad, sleep them.
Sure, I'll do that. I cast sleep.
So you're in the forest, and as how sleep works is you have to see
Wait.
your targets, right? You can see most of them,
Do we have?
but there are sometimes blind spots, right, where you can't see them at some points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's why I was waiting, because I wanted to wait and see if I could get a better view of them.
Alright, so if they enter a clearing...
What do you... Sleep them now, or wait for a more perfect opportunity?
That's up to you.
So basically, you can see all the sled pullers, right? The ones dragging the ropes. You can clearly see those ones, but the ones on patrol are spread out, right? Moving between the trees. Those guys are going to be harder to hit with the sleep spell. Unless
yeah,
you can
that's
get their
the problem,
attention,
because the
right?
ones
Yeah.
are not the ones I want to sleep. I want to sleep the ones that are on patrol.
Those guys are moving tree to tree,
If I
right?
sleep... In that case, I guess I aim for the sled.
Just try to take out the guys on the
I
sled
have-
first.
Huh?
Take out the sled first, and then maybe the rest of the crew can assault the others.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I cast sleep on the sled.
Alright, so you guys are currently southwest of them. Before you cast sleep, do you guys want to reposition first, or how close do you want to be before you cast sleep on them? Because that'll determine what the others do then, right? So Chad's about to cast sleep hastily, right? But more importantly, how far do you want to be when you cast? I'm going to tell you your starting distance upon observing their position is safe. But you're in the forest, right? So there's a lot of trees in the way. So we're not going to multiply by 10. You're in a dense area. So you didn't see them until you were maybe 16 yards out is when you clearly were able to see them through the trees. So 16 yards, also known as about 40, maybe 48 feet away, right?
Enough for a sleep spell.
So it's still within range of sleep. And at all times, as they move tree to tree, you can only see half of the patrol at a time while the other half takes cover, right? And you can clearly see all the sled pullers all at once. What's up?
So we see half a dozen goblins. There has to be a few sleep blowers. So that's about 4 goblins we see.
You see,
so that's about 8 goblins.
Alright, so Chad, you already declared your action, right? Or do you want to discuss further?
Sleep them.
Yeah, I'll just...
Okay, so if you already declared your action, let's see what the others do then. DOCKLA, Adonis, and Bob, as Chad is casting sleep on them, you just want to watch or something else?
I equip my mason shield and pair my advance after the sleep.
Okay.
I
Adonis?
prepare the bow.
Okay, are you just gonna fire? Or prepare to fire?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, Bob, what about you? What's your action?
He's gonna do the same with the bow.
Alright. So what happens now is the sleep spell goes off before anything else that it sounds like. So as the enemy are making movement northeast, we're also going to check if they heard you, because clearly you guys were moving up to them and took a lot of time to make plans, it sounds like. So maybe they heard your whispering, maybe they heard your movement, maybe they heard your thoughts, who knows, right? Let's roll to see if they heard you. There's a 2 in 6 chance that that they heard you. Or not that they heard you. There's a 2 in 6 chance that they are surprised, right? 1 or 2 means they are surprised by your advance or your approach. So 1 or 2 means that you get the drop on them. Alright. So as you moved up and took cover and started to make your plans, right? They actually realized something was out there and they actually stopped moving and immediately took cover as well. So now as you prepare to cast sleep, you realize they're all gone, right? They abandoned the sled, they all took cover behind the trees, and you can't see a single one now. You still want to cast sleep?
No, at that point I withdraw it. There's no point in it anymore.
Okay, so the whole crew withdraws, or anyone?
No, I pick sleep and I pick up my bow. This is about to be an ugly...
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately they heard us. We took too long to act.
Should've just said sleep. That's all. Sleep. You.
Because thinking and discussing is also an action, right? So,
Yeah.
alright.
You should have just said, I'm just gonna sleep him. And that could have been just the end of it. And we could have just got the drop on him.
Alright.
Well, this is the first time I would anything, so I want to be sure I'm doing it right.
Decisive, or in this case, we're being cautious, overly cautious, and now the enemy are also
Oh,
alerted.
yeah.
Yeah, so they realize something is wrong, right? I mean, you know, it would be only fair if you were them. I would explain that you hear a bunch of goblins whispering behind you of how they're gonna shoot you, right? So if they're not ready to shoot and they want to talk about it first, then you might hear them whispering, right? I will let you know. Alright, so they heard something, right? Clearly, and they all took cover. And now you can't see a single one of them. You see the sled, you see the corpses piled on and the loot that they acquired. At this point, DOCKLA, do you want to advance or something else?
This is stupid, but I'm gonna draw them out. Yeah, I'm gonna advance them.
Alright, you're moving tree to tree, full charge, or crawl, or what's your movement like?
Tree to tree.
Okay.
See if I,
And then Chad,
trying
you...
to-
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
yeah. No, that's just me talking to myself. My bad.
Alright, Chad,
I'm going to say the team.
one more time. What are you doing?
I'm going to say in the trees. There's no point in more than one of us exposing ourselves.
Okay. Adonis,
Yes.
what's your action?
Considering they just went into fucking hiding. From my understanding, one person is already trying to draw them out. So, and I believe we're on one side of the wagon, yeah? From my understanding?
You're southwest of their position.
Southwest of their position.
Yeah, so I were to draw on the map. Our party is here. Enemy is out here, right? Northeast of us. Let's say this X is where they were originally, but now they're all spread out, right? They all took cover. And then here's us. We're just observing them from out here. And we're sending one guy out there to move toward them. DOCKLA, right? Draw them out.
Mm-hmm.
So Donis, what's your move?
I'm not here. No.
Move north? Okay.
Yes.
And Bob, what about you?
I don't know north, I guess.
You don't know what?
Bob isn't really a strategist.
Bob is a fighter. He's supposed to be good at strategy, right? He's supposed to be the best at fighting. So what do you want to do? Your job is to fight. And if you don't know anything, close and destroy, right? Advance and hit the enemy. You're role playing, right? So play your role. What do you want to do? You want to fight or not fight? If you don't fight, you're not role playing. You're not playing your role.
Yeah, fight.
Yeah, so how do you want to fight? Do you want to charge them? Do you want to move tree to tree? Do you want to crawl up to them?
Nice.
You want to shoot
No,
them?
he's gonna focus on the bow. He doesn't, because if he goes into melee, he'll be within range of the ranged enemies and the melee fighters. So he's gonna set a range. So he's only at risk of being hit by the ranged enemies.
Alright, yep. So now you know what you're doing, right? You're providing cover fire, right? Or you're watching for enemies to shoot at. That's a strategy, right? Waiting for an opportunity to shoot instead of charging. Right? So, alright, you've all declared your action. Most of you are staying back and observing. One of you moves out on foot. The other one also does the same, moving sneakily or carefully north. But our fighter is advancing on their position. Let's see their reaction to this. The reaction is uncertain. So you're just able to freely advance tree to tree. They don't oppose you or anything, right? You're just carefully, quickly advancing tree to tree on their position. As that's going on, I'm assuming Adonis, you're sneakily moving tree to tree, right? With your stealth skills, you move silently. You hide in shadows, right? Adonis, how far did you want to move north? Were you trying to flank them? Were you trying to get around them?
Yeah.
How far did you want to move?
how well we know the wagons over there. Well, if I say 20 feet, how far would that be?
You might be still west of them, but slightly further north, right? So you won't be directly southwest anymore. You'd be slightly west of them instead now. So you would technically kind of be flanking, but if you want to truly flank, you'd have to be northwest, southeast, or if you want to rear end them, right, you have to be northeast of them, right, in the direction that they were advancing. So your troop is southwest.
We'll head 30 feet north, and if I have any movement left, northeast.
Okay. You'll quickly move northward and then northeastward, it sounds like. Don't worry too much about the scale or distance right now. You know, their starting distance is roughly 48 feet. We'll say that every grid on the map here represents 30 feet. So, yeah, we were starting around here. Yeah, like that. That's more accurate. And per round, your character can, of course, if they just focus on moving alone, right? So dead sprinting, tree to tree. Moving tree to tree slows your movement by maybe 50% because you would move tree, stop, move tree, stop. But if you're sprinting to tree, right? In that case, because I think you're a light footman, I'll double check though. You might be medium.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're a medium.
I believe I'm a light footman.
You've got heavy, masterwork heavy helmet, which is 10 pounds. Masterwork heavy gambeson, which is 10 pounds. And then all of this applies in armor and weapons, which is, yeah, I think you're, let's see, if you're over 40 pounds, then you're a medium footman. So let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, or 30, 31, 33, 34. Yeah, you're medium footman, has to be. So you can sprint 60 feet, but if you do tree to tree, it's going to be 30 feet. So you'll be able to, basically, by the end of the first round, flank them for sure. Or somewhat, like, kind of flank them, not fully flank them. Can I move this?
Kind of flank them, not fully flank them. I mean, yeah, I'll still kind of flank them, I guess.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, so you start here, you're around here at the end of that round. And our fighter is around here. You know, he advanced the snow.
If I see one of the motherfuckers, I take a shot.
Sounds good. Yeah, you're moving tree to tree, your eyes are eastward, looking for any signs of enemies. The fighter is advancing northeastward, directly toward their position. They did not react to the fighter. Let's see if they react to you. Well, first of all, you were trying to move silently. In order to move silently, you automatically fail if you're not really, if you're spreading tree to tree there, you automatically fail. So you can't move silently, but you can't hide behind trees. Very good, right? So you quickly disappear behind trees, fully concealed and covered every time you reach a tree. Let me see if they reacted to you at all. They reacted somewhat in favor. One of them did observe and did something that might have given you a chance to fire on them. So halfway through in your sprint, before you could reach 30 feet, maybe 15 feet out, you notice that one of them peeked your position. At that point, you could have stopped and aimed and fired. You want to do that?
I would have taken a shot.
He would have peeked. You weren't ready to fire, so you would have to take aim and prepare to fire. But by the time you would take aim and prepare to fire, you would still see where he was, but you won't see him clearly anymore. He's behind a tree, right? So you can just like carefully watch the position. So if he peeks again, you can loose an arrow. So you spot one of their exact positions. Yeah. But if you shoot now, it's just an automatic miss, right? Because he's behind cover. He's behind a tree. So you saw him, right? You weren't ready to shoot because you were moving, but now you know where his exact position is, right? So if he does move, you can fire. So you're no longer advancing. You're just posted up, ready to loose an arrow, right? So you spot an exact enemy position. Let's see. Back to the others. You were just all held your bows, ready to fire. No enemy positions were revealed, right? So we're going back to declaring our next round of actions. DOCKLA, do you want to just continue advancing on their position or something else?
Yep, I continue advancing until I can see one.
And then Chad and Bob, Do you want to continue preparing a fire or something else?
Okay, let me know if this is too much, but free line, or is it all covered? How far can I move without exposing myself?
If you run up to a tree between you and them, then you're good to go, right? You're in a forest right now, so trees are like 10 feet apart, right? So every 10 feet there's another tree, roughly. Whether small, big, or large.
To run.
I mean, small, no, yeah. So you want to run straight toward them?
No, I'm not going to run because I don't want them to know I'm here. I'm going to move silently, as fast as I can, but still silently, to a tree as close as I can to Ethan's position. Still far away, going to advance like 15 feet. Does that make sense?
So your character is a medium footman, I think, Chad. I'll double check. He might be a light footman. No, you're a medium footman. So, as a medium footman, you're only able to, when it comes to sprinting is no matter what, you're gonna hear sprinting, right? The only movement that doesn't get heard is crouch movement and crawling. Those are the only, and sometimes walking, if you slowly walk. But those are the only main methods of quiet movement. So you're either crouch running, you're either walking or crouch running or crawling. Which one?
In that case, I pick walking, and I
Yes.
advance 15 feet towards Ethan.
Okay. So you're walking slowly 15 feet toward Ethan, right?
Ethan, and I can stay in range.
Okay. Well, you're moving toward him, but you'll still be further back because he's moving too still. Yeah, but you're advancing.
That's the point.
Okay. And you're just walking slowly toward him, right? Bow in hand, not crouched.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the difference between walking and crouch running or crouch moving is mainly a height difference, right? It's easier to be quiet when you're crouched, but when you're standing and slowly walking, you can see a lot more, right? So, all right. As Chad is walking toward DOCKLA, who is just advancing, right, marching with shield in front toward the enemy tree to tree. And as Adonis is, of course, halting and preparing to fire on a spotted enemy position. Bob, what are you up to?
Bob is gonna kind of focus more on keeping a steady aim and keeping an eye out for enemies that might be aiming for him. And he'll kind of be making his way to a tree, but not in, like, more so dodging attacks than actually focusing on getting to the tree.
Okay, so which tree are you moving toward? Northeast tree or north tree, or which one? Or you're not moving, right? You're just observing the trees?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, he
very well. So let's see what happens. So now, the only real action we're taking against him in this next round is a continual advance. Their main goal is to defend their loot now, it looks like. So they hear us advancing, and they want to defend their loot. So, against the fighter, right, the fighter continues advancing. Someone starts to follow the fighter, pushing out with him. They react uncertain, right, they're confused. So they call out to you from a distance as you continue advancing. At least 1 of 4 might speak the common tongue, or human. He calls out from the northeast, he says,
Human! What can we do for you? Perhaps.
You, DOCKLA's gonna respond. You raided a village, a settlement, and taking their bodies to the cannibals. That cannot allow that.
He calls out from behind a tree and says,
Why not, human?
Because those were our people. My people.
he reacts negatively and says,
I disagree.
What if I came into one of your goblin settlements and killed your people and then took them for some cannibal goblins, your people? You wouldn't be very happy, would you?
and as you're talking, are you still moving, or do you want to halt and just converse with them, not engage?
I halt.
You halt. All right. The rest of you, are you still, before the conversation continues, you can continue to take action while they're talking, right? So, like for Adonis, do you want to keep aiming at them, or do you want to move to? You want to start moving again to another position?
Am I?
One at a time. I'm asking Adonis first.
I would like to keep moving, but be ready to shoot if the pricks comes out.
Okay, so you just keep your
Is
eyes.
that a possibility?
Yeah, you're moving with your eyes facing them, right? You're just not looking forward toward where you're moving. You're just moving forward, but like your eyes are toward them. So you're moving north, but you're watching northeast or east as you move northward. Still, you want to do the same movement, sprinting tree to tree. If they do that, they'll hear you. So at this point, while they're conversing, you want to just sneak. Crouch movement, crouch run.
I'll just sneak. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sneak.
Okay, so you're sneaking tree to tree now as he continues to talk to the goblin. And as he does that, Chad, were you trying to catch up to DOCKLA, or did you just want to move the 15 feet you originally declared and then take cover?
Am I in range? Am I in range to cast? Is the goblin that he's talking to in range?
You can't see him, you can only hear him. He's behind a tree. You need to see your target to hit him.
Okay, then. I'm going to prepare sleep just in case.
Okay, so you want to just like get behind a tree and prepare to cast sleep, like put your hands up in the air and get ready to like launch it, or start casting.
Yes.
All right, just bear in mind, as soon as you start casting, if you fizz out or if you interrupt your own spell, like if you stop mid cast, right, you'll lose the spell. So you're not casting yet; you're just getting ready to cast, right? But as soon as you see a target, you can start casting. Casting takes 10 seconds, by the way. So let me know when you're ready to start casting. But just bear in mind, it can be your spells can be interrupted by outside or internal forces, right? You can interrupt your own spell, or others can interrupt your spell. All right. So as Chad is getting ready to launch a sleep spell on them, as DOCKLA converses with them, as Adonis is sneaking forward, further to the flank, Bob, do you want to stay back where you're at, 48 feet away behind a tree?
48 feet does sound kind of far.
You want to advance?
I think he's gonna try to advance a bit. Maybe at least 8 feet. His movement is 40 feet in this, right?
The movement depends on your encumbrance. Yeah. Default movement is 40 feet, but most characters move at 20 feet for combat round. Or if you sprint, it'd be 3 times as fast. So, assuming you're not sprinting, you're carefully moving, ready to attack, you'd move about 20 or 30 feet northeast maximum. That'd be your running speed.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Like, which sounds good? 20? 20 feet?
Yeah, yeah.
So a little past Chad, right? You can kind of protect Chad then, if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Provide him some cover fire from further up ahead. Alright. So let's continue the conversation then back to DOCKLA.
Yeah.
So you were explaining or asking them basically how they would feel if you were to, of course, attack one of their homes, right? Or their people.
Yeah. Attack one of their people and took their people's dead bodies to cannibal goblins.
The goblins are confused. They're like,
Well, that would never happen.
Are you sure?
the goblin is in favor. He says, "No, I'm not sure anymore. But here, listen.
How?
These people are already dead. How about we don't have any more death?" How about we share the loot? Help us get these people to the cannibals, and we can all enjoy the cannibals' trade goods together.
I don't think the cannibals would like us being there.
The cannibals, you can wait, and we can gather what we want from the cannibals, and then we can, of course, share the loot with you. We'll come back and share the loot. We are giving them dead corpses of villagers. In return, they're giving us slaves that they captured.
Slaves. How about this? You bring those corpses to those people, and you can give us some. Give us the slave.
We want the slaves, so we'll give you half the slaves, and we'll keep the other half of the slaves.
Deal.
Deal.
We
Follow us. Don't try anything tricky. Right? So they reveal their positions at that point, and they like show that they're friendly. They say, "Keep your distance, humans, but follow us."
We will.
All right. Do you guys want to trick them, or they're still doing the same method of movement? So one at a time. The patrol will, of course, take cover, because they're aware of spellcasters, naturally. So the patrol will take cover, half of them would move, and of course all the sled pullers would all be out in the open, just pulling the sled full of corpses. There's 8 corpses on the sled. All of them are just men who are enlisted. These are civilian men, young, old, and normal age, or young, middle-aged, and old men that were sent out to, of course, establish a foothold, right, or create a settlement together. There's no women or children among the corpses.
How many goblins do I see that are in range of sleep?
At a time, there was 10 total from what you could tell, but 4 of them were dragging the sled out of it, and the other 6, 3 of them are patrol, or the other 6, 3 of them would be moving, 3 of them would remain in cover. So at any given time, you're only able to see 7 of them, and 3 would be behind cover. Right?
Hit all 7 of them?
You want to cast sleep on all 7 of them?
Yes.
Okay. As they start their movement again, Chad looses the spell on them, right? So they're patrol guys, right? They're moving. One watches forward, one watches back, and one watches like the flanks, right? While the other 3 who are hidden watches the flanks, watches forward, but from behind cover, right? You don't know exactly where they're looking, but they can clearly tell if you're gonna cast a spell, right? Like they can see it, they might not hear it, but like the guys who are watching your crew advance, if you can see them, they can see you, right? So Chad, if you cast it from back here, that's reigniting the combat. You ready for that? So is everyone alright with that? Chad's gonna lose a spell. Covering him is Bob, right, with bow and arrow, and Adonis from the flank. They don't know where Adonis is, right? Adonis went out to the flank.
I'm gonna.
So DOCKLA.
If any of them, I canceled the spell.
DOCKLA, what do you think? You gonna try to halt your men from firing or attacking, or do you wanna
I hope
follow through?
I don't want to whisper. Let them get the slaves. Then we take the slaves.
I agree. I uncast sleep. I mean,
If is doubt, you're mid-cast. You're about to launch it because you already declared it. So you have 1 sleep left. You have 2 sleeps per day, so you have 1 left. You have to make that one count.
okay.
All right. So
All
that
right,
was a
fine.
good initiative. That actually is not a bad move, but a better move might be to wait till they have the loot that you want, right? Because the corpses are all right, but you can't really do much with corpses, right? And they themselves are loot, right? So.
Okay. Yeah. Really care about. I just wanted money.
But there's a
But
bigger
yeah, fair
reward
point, I guess
awaiting
we
for
should-
you. Yeah.
While we're walking, we're going to form our own formation. You know.
Yep. You're separated from Adonis. He snuck off, so I think he's just gonna continue to flank them. It sounds like. It's up to him though. So DOCKLA, you said you want to create your own formation as you follow them.
Yeah. For the people who are following me. Yeah. We set up our basically to set up the 2 fighters in the front and the mage behind us.
Is that
Whoever
fine with you,
wants
Bob?
to-
DOCKLA wants you at the front with him. Alright, and then Chad, do you agree with this too, or what's your move as you follow the cannibals? Or not cannibals, goblins.
My main concern is that they're just going to sell us out to the cannibals. But I'll continue for now. That's why I wanted to just kill Yulia. And I didn't care about the...
So, but we're always faster than we are. If they wear
Fair
armor,
enough.
we're going to be able to make a retreat better than they can chase us. So.
Very well. I'll keep my book sealed for now.
Alright. Chad does raise a good point, because the goblins are not they're not known to keep their word, right? They might just be saying this so they get to live through this
I've never
canon.
known.
So,
Yeah. Never to keep the word, but even if they do not keep the word, we can easily retreat, you know.
alright. So we, for now, we play their game, we follow them, right? We don't kill them, because currently we have the advantage, right? We have, and Adonis, you want to remain out there you want to remain on the flank, separated from your crew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Alright, and with that, we follow them all the way to the Cannibal Cave, right? So, they of course make their way through the mountainous valley of this forest, and then eventually out to the open field where the Cannibal Cave is. Cannibal Cave out here, or WOLFDEN Cave, not Cannibal Cave, wrong cave. WOLFDEN Cave Outpost is where we're headed, I think. Yeah, so it's a bit different. It's mountainous and forested, WOLFDEN Cave Outpost. And I think it was Ethan's household that originally helped establish this outpost long ago.
Yeah,
with the original settlers. So, this place is pretty complex. You're approaching from the southwest. You're approaching, you're in the forest, but you can see the first part of the outpost is a trench and wooden barricade stretching between the valley, right? Between the forested hills within the valley, right? So the southwestern trench. You might remember what it looks like. I think there might be a map somewhere.
There is a map.
Oh yeah, over here. Wait. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, so we're approaching from the southwest. So, making our way up to the position. You guys stay within the tree line as the goblins. What's up?
I want to say 2 things. One, even if the goblins are armored, and if we can run away from the goblins, that doesn't mean we can...
They're not armored. The goblins you encounter are skirmishers.
Oh.
So they only have bow and arrows, typically, and sidearms. They're not heavily armored.
Okay.
They're not guardsmen or soldiers. They're just skirmishers.
Okay.
Another thing, why would the cannibals trade in corpses for slaves? That doesn't make any sense to me. When they want more bread...
I say to Chad, it's because they can get more dead humans for slaves.
So, yeah, it might be like one slave for multiple corpses, right? To eat.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to eat their slaves. Slaves are definitely more valuable than a corpse, but you still need to eat, right? So, one slave for multiple corpses that you get to eat versus eating one slave, right? Killing a slave to eat, or giving a slave away to get multiple corpses to eat, right? It's a pretty good deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair
So if
point.
you're gonna eat a corpse anyway,
Oh.
you know, would you rather eat multiple corpses or a single corpse, right? So,
Yeah.
I
fair
would eat a corpse.
all right. and hence the situation, right? The goblins don't have a need for the corpses as much as the cannibals do, because the goblins eat other things than just people. And of course,
Yeah.
they would prefer a human, a live human, slave that they can also eat eventually, but also make or put into work, right? So, yeah. So eventually, you watch them depart and make their way toward the southwestern trench, where the cannibals come out to meet them, and let's see how you just observe their reaction, right? So their interaction went badly. The goblins are turned away by the cannibals, right? And the cannibals actually betray them. It looks like they have the goblins surrounded in the valley, and the goblins are forced to leave their loot behind, and they have to go back into the forest. So, the goblins, of course, this possible attack. They're about to go back in the forest, but the cannibals are hostile. They ask them to surrender and to leave their loot there, and they don't make a deal. Looks like they're capturing the goblins too, as slaves. So the
How
goblins.
many are we able?
You're just observing all this go down. Wait, what was your question?
How many are we able to see?
Cannibals or goblins?
Like,
Cannibals.
You can see a few of their positions, but there could be more, right? So in the trenches themselves, only about a couple cannibals came out, but you can see like clearly there's a cannibal position on the west hill. There's a cannibal position on the east hill. There could be more, right? But the cannibals are demanding. He walked up to, the cannibal that's out in the open. He's like maybe a chief or something, right, or a warrior, and he's like yelling at the goblins like, "Put down your weapons, right? We're seizing this cargo, right?" And the goblins are like drawing their weapons, getting ready for a fight. So let's see if the goblins are willing to surrender. They're making a morale check. Let's check if that passes or not.
Sure, that's a pass.
You think that's a pass?
Take a package shot.
I think so.
Okay, it might be.
If it does, why should
Yeah. 7 or yes, morale
7 or-
7.
Okay. Yeah, it passes, so that means the goblins are winning a fight instead of surrender. So you see them actually go into a combat. Like goblins draw their weapons, right? They take out their knives, their bows. The cannibals open fire. It's just a skirmish between two different enemy sides, right? So the goblins are shot up in the open, right? They return fire. The cannibals and them are fighting hand-to-hand combat. But eventually,
Already this.
I open fire. I'll
you
shoot
open
the
fire
leader.
too. You shoot the cannibals or you
Yes.
shoot the goblins? Whose side are you on?
We're shooting
I shoot the cannibal leader. You said there was some sort of chief.
They're in a melee.
I aim for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And?
Roll to hit.
Wait, are you back?
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
I also,
I rolled to hit.
The rest of you want to just keep
I'm gonna
watching,
help
or do you want to help the goblins or help the
Okay.
cannibals?
I'm helping the
I
goblins.
rolled.
So
Okay.
I
Why
rolled
should we
a
help the-
9.
hey,
No.
if we
You shoot
can
the
kill,
cannibals.
if we can kill the cannibals, then we can kill the goblins.
Go for the stronger foe.
All right.
9.
I'll stay
Plus,
back and I'll stay back and prepare a sleep spell. If we're able to find one in a good enough group, I'll launch it. Or should I not? Is it too
Do
big?
you want? Do you want?
You can,
No,
I rolled a 9.
I heard you.
And,
I
my
heard you. I'm
dex
waiting
is
for them to finish talking.
15 or something?
Okay, I prepared.
All right. So Chad is preparing to cast sleep. Adonis rolled. DOCKLA is firing too. It sounds like.
Yep. My crossbow. Yes.
Roll to hit. Bob, what's your action?
Short bow. Would Bob be able to estimate who would be affected by the sleep spell and target someone that's outside of the range?
Sorry, I couldn't really understand you. So you're asking who's in the sleep spell? The sleep hasn't been casted yet. And then your question
Would
was.
Bob be able to, would he be able to predict who, where it's gonna, where the sleep spell is gonna be centered, and, how familiar would he be with that spell and its
I mean, predicting who's gonna be put to sleep. So, would Bob be able to guess that? You wanna have Bob think about it and see if he knows? Because thinking about it is an action. You could clearly just ask Chad, because Chad gets to pick who he puts to sleep instead of having to predict. He's probably gonna put to sleep the enemy, of course, or whichever enemies he wants to put to sleep. It's up to Chad. So,
I'm going to.
Chad, if you
Should
want
I
to
speak?
explain it to Bob, then you're gonna lose your action, right? Instead of preparing to cast sleep, you're gonna be, oh Bob, this is what I'm gonna do instead, right? I'm gonna cast it on these guys in particular. And while you're saying that to them, the guys are just gonna keep fighting. You're not gonna be ready to cast.
In that case, I stay mute.
Well then, Bob, do you want to continue thinking about who Chad is gonna put to sleep, or what's your question? Are you questioning whether Bob? You asking me if Bob is able to predict if who Chad is gonna put to sleep? Is that the question you've got?
Yeah, no, he'll just help with range. He'll just not worry about the sleep spell. He'll target enemies who are standing.
Okay. All right. So, what actually ends up happening is some of you are decisive and some of you are not decisive. And those who are decisive act quicker than those who are not decisive. Obviously, right? Same with the enemies. Most of the time, the enemies are decisive. They already know what they want to do, clearly, because they're just NPCs. They don't really have to think about it because they already have a clear intention, right? Sometimes they do think about it, but for the most part, they know what they want. The goblins want to live. You can see they're pulling back, they're returning fire, they're trying to back out of there, right? Half of them return fire while the other half flees, and then eventually returns fire as well. You see the combat going down. It looks in favor of the cannibals at the start. A few goblins take a few hits maybe and die. The couple of cannibals that are climbing out of the trench, is just a couple of them. Just that big guy and another cannibal, right? They're wearing hides and they've got bone armor and such. They're carrying spears and maybe an axe. They charge the goblins, right? They close the distance with a few goblins. They easily overpower the goblin melee force. They kick them, punt them, beat them down. But the goblins shoot arrows into those guys. We shoot arrows into them too. I think even Adonis shot an arrow into the big one. So Adonis, you probably helped kill the big guy. Don't even worry about it. I think you rolled 9, you said, right? Plus your bonuses. Plus he's like distracted and shit. So you probably hit him. You probably helped kill him. So the big guy goes down pretty quick, right? He's just filled with arrows. He falls over dead after killing one of the goblins in melee. The other cannibal is shot up too, goes down. The other few cannibals in the hillside continue to pepper the goblins with arrows as one calls for backup, right? Like sounds a horn on the position. And the goblins are just retreating, covering fire. But eventually the goblins are running toward us. What's up?
Can I shoot some of the? I said I was helping the goblins. With
You're helping me
range,
out. Okay,
too.
so you shot at the ones in the hill. Cover their.
Yeah, shot.
Shit.
Two.
Alright, those guys are hard to hit. You can barely see them. Roll to hit. What did you get for your roll earlier? If you didn't roll yet. Okay,
I
you
haven't
got
rolled
7.
yet. I got a 7. Probably miss.
Okay, yeah, that's a miss. You just shoot into the forest. You do fire it twice to right, so if you'd like, you can fire a second shot.
It's a crossbow, so.
Oh, crossbow, 1 per round, yeah. Okay. Instead of 1 every other round. Alright, Bob, you had a short bow. I would say halfway through the round, you finally figured out what you wanted to do, which was return fire. First, you were like trying to predict Chad's casting, right? But he didn't even cast. He just focused on getting ready to cast, right? Instead, you fired an arrow halfway, so you only get 1 of your 2 shots off halfway through the round. Roll to hit, Bob. I guess you're firing at. You want to shoot at a goblin, or do you want to shoot at one of the cannibals who are up in the hillside, firing from the hill? They're both like behind a little tree outpost, right? Like a tree that has like some cover.
I guess goblin.
Alright, shoot at the goblin. Okay, roll to hit. Alright, and your bonus to hit is +1 for close range. What's your dexterity? Do you know it? Alright, your dexterity's 11, so just 12 to hit. Okay, retreating enemy soldier. And there's a new bonus. I forgot to mention this maybe a couple of games ago, but I did make some changes to the combat rules a couple games ago. This is only affecting, of course, the large and small, so that's why it comes to roll.
-1 +1.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller now. It's just +1 -1 plus or -1 +1 instead of double damage and all that. So it works both ways now. Right, so it's just less influenced by rolls or bonuses now. So it still helps being bigger or smaller. But yeah, the smaller enemy now, you just get a -1 a hit, but you do more damage still, +1 damage, right? So he is a bit harder to hit, and you do miss him because he's smaller and quicker. But if you were to hit him, you would have dealt a little more damage, actually, because he's smaller in size. Alright, the Goblin, of course, is missed. Unfortunately, the arrow whizzed right past him. Out of the Goblin troop, naturally, the Cannibals are considered to be fighters. Berserkers, maybe, right? So the majority of Cannibals are fighters, right? And majority of Goblins are also like fighters too, but yeah, so basically out of that assault, the Cannibals probably shot, of the 10 original Goblins, the archers in the hillside, there was 4 Cannibals manning this post out of all of the 19 that regular man the post, or defend the entire outpost actually. So there's 4 at this outpost, 2 were archers, 2 were in the trenches. The trench Cannibals are dead. The 2 in the trees are alive. And the 2 in the trees in the hills, they shot and killed maybe 2 Goblins total out of the 10. In the melee, the 2 Goblins that stayed back to do melee were killed by the Cannibals quickly, right? The Cannibals quickly and easily charged and beat them down with their spears and axes until they were shot up and filled with arrows, right? So the Cannibals are dead. Total of, I think, 4 Goblins died and 2 Cannibals died. That's it. So there are 6 Goblins retreating, and there are 2 Cannibals left behind cover firing. So they're just peeking behind the tree or behind their barricade in the trees, right? Naturally, in order for them to fire, they have to expose themselves a little bit. Their upper body, at the very least, right, has to be exposed. They have to see, and they have to be able to fire their bow and arrow, right? So their body, their arms, and their head has to be exposed. Their legs, not so much, but it is proper to have a good stance. Without a proper stance with firing, you're a little less accurate. So if you're leaning and firing, you're not as accurate, actually, versus standing and firing. Alright, anyway, yeah, the Goblins are retreating toward the tree line, toward you guys. At this point, back to you guys taking actions. Round 2 actions, starting with DOCKLA. Do you want to continue firing at the Cannibals or something else?
Oh wait, what am I going to do?
The easy targets would be the Goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start shooting Goblins.
Alright, start shooting the Goblins. Chad, do you want to launch
Yeah.
sleep or something else?
How many goblins are in my... How many goblins do I see?
You see all 6 Goblins and you see all 2 shooters. You see both the Cannibals and you see both and all the Goblins that are left.
Wipe 'em all.
And I...
You can
Yeah,
cast on all of them.
I can sleep. Yeah, I cast sleep.
Okay. And Adonis, you want to continue firing right from behind cover too?
I want to fire on the one motherfucker who's blowing a horn.
Okay. Yeah, he's in the middle of blowing his horn. Or he's about to start because he just shot last round, so now he's grabbing his horn this round to blow on it before he does.
So if he dies, he cannot signal the others.
True. Yeah.
Please hit him, go.
All right, and then of
All
course,
right, do you want me to roll?
not yet. Bob's turn. I need to make sure everyone has a chance to declare their action. Bob, what is your move?
I was gonna keep focusing on the Goblins.
All right, DOCKLA, Bob, roll to hit, 2 shots each. Adonis, 1 shot on the horn blower. Chad, 2d8 for your sleep spell. The Goblins are full
You roll
sprinting.
for me, you have...
Alright, Ethan, first shot, 11, +1 for close range. 12,
And +1 to crossbow.
13. Alright, hit. Roll damage.
Yeah, so that's 2d6 plus 2 damage because they're smaller, right?
2d6 plus 1 damage for them being small. Where's the other plus 1 from?
It's 2d6, and when you usually get plus 1 damage, it's usually for each die.
That's only if you get a crit. The
Only for a
adjustments
crit?
will get
Okay,
doubled.
so
It's not a crit,
Okay.
it's just defaultly 2d6, right? That's not the crit, that's just the crossbows damage.
okay, 10.
Alright, 11. Kill. Alright. Bob, what'd you get?
I like that as well. A 2.
Alright, you get 2 shots per round. What's your second one like?
12.
Hit, roll damage. It's gonna be 1d6.
Another 2.
Actually, that 12 might have missed. Because that 12 would have gotten a +1 for close range, -1 for their small size. And they have armor class 6. 2 from their default armor class, and then 1 for the helmet. So yeah, you actually missed that 1 point, sorry. I don't think there's any other bonuses you can get here. I'm trying to think.
Can-
Oh, okay, you can get a high ground bonus. You get the high ground. Alright, you're good. You said 2 damage, was it?
Yeah.
Alright, let me check its hit points. It's got 1d8 -1. Alright, 5. He's wounded. You nicked one of the goblins. So there was 6 retreating. 1 just died. He got shot by DOCKLA. 1 got nicked. So we got 4 fresh goblins, 1 wounded goblin.
Remember
Right.
the damage.
So yeah, 1 is damaged.
They're all about
And the other 4 are fine. The one that's damaged is sitting at 4 hit points, or was it 3 hit points? Yeah. So maybe 1
They
more
got
shot.
a 6 -1, so they would have 5 hit points.
-2.
And because it's they get a +1 damage from, so instead of being 2, it's going to be 3, so they have 2 hit points.
It's got 3 hit points. What are you talking about?
They're smaller, right? They get the +1 damage.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
Alright. Yeah, he's definitely wounded, so maybe 1 more hit, he's dead. Alright. We also have Adonis. Adonis, go and roll if you haven't already.
Yes, of course I will roll. That is a 14.
Hit. Alright, damage. Double damage. Actually, no, it's not double because they're charging us. You're not shooting them in the back, so it's just
Well, they don't. Yeah, but I'm. Okay.
I guess
so
you're
that's a
flanking. You're
1d.
flanking. So you have a partial backstab. So yeah, you get one of the 2 benefits. You don't need the +4 hit, so you can still do double damage. So it's probably a
So it's
kill more than
2d8?
likely. Yeah, 2d8. Right. You have a longbow.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright.
8 damage.
Kill. You shot the fresh one, or you shot the wounded one?
I shot the man who was about to blow a horn.
Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, that's different. I think you still hit him, and he still is. Yeah, he's still killed. Yeah, so before he can blow his horn, he got halfway through his horn blowing, I think, because you still had to take aim and fire, or take aim, load, and fire. So he, of course, grabbed his horn, started to blow it just barely, just like a little pup, right? So if anything, it's not a clear alarm, and therefore it just might raise concern among the cannibals, right? Clearly, the civilians nearest to the entrance might start to panic after hearing the commotion, right? They might alert the rest of the cannibals, but it's not a clear alarm yet because you shot the horn blower, right? It's just an animal horn they're blowing from, maybe like an ox horn, right, or something like that. Anyway, you shot him dead. He fell over. Despite all his cover and concealment, you were still able to see him and shoot him, I think. We're actually just gonna make sure you had the initiative, Because technically on his turn, he would have said he takes cover and blows his horn, right? Not just sit out in the open and blow his horn. So, I'm going to have you roll 1d6 for initiative. Adonis?
Me?
Yes.
1d6, 1h.
Because he didn't
Oh,
actually
shit.
just stand there out in the open and blow his horn. On his turn, he would have taken cover first.
2.
Alright. So instead, I'm going to say that your shot went toward not the horn blower, right? Because it wouldn't make sense, right? He's not going to stand there and just get shot, right? He's going to take an action too. As you were taking aim to shoot at him before you could, he already was gone, right? He already was blowing his horn behind a tree. However, I'm going to redirect your shot to the other cannibal who is continually shooting at the goblins from behind. So you're going to shoot that one instead. Is that fine? Or do you want to shoot a goblin instead?
I mean, fuck the goblins, but I don't like cannibals, so we'll kill the cannibal.
Alright, so the cannibal was going to help kill a goblin, but if you kill the cannibal before he kills a goblin, then of course, that's one less goblin not killed, right? So do you want to, I'll let you choose. You can hold your shot and let the cannibal shoot the goblin first, and then shoot the cannibal. How's that? Or do you want to shoot him before he kills
Yeah,
the
that's
cannibal?
better. That's
Okay.
way better. Let's do it like
Alright,
that.
so you let him shoot at a goblin first, and he gets one hit, and he gets probably one kill. And these cannibals, probably equipped with short bows, maybe. Actually, these are better equipped. Yeah, they're better equipped, so probably like a longbow. Alright, and got 4 damage into that goblin, and or 5 maybe. The goblin has. Alright, the goblin died. So he killed another goblin, a fresh one. So now there's 2 fresh goblins left and 1 wounded goblin. Or no, wait, three fresh goblins left and 1 wounded goblin. So there's 4 goblins left, and then you shot the cannibal. So that cannibal died. Alright, so shooters did their job. Right, Bob got to shoot, Adonis got to shoot, DOCKLA got to shoot that round. And now it's Chad's turn.
I'm going to need you to roll for me because you haven't invited me yet.
You can use the bot.
I haven't invited you yet? What do you mean?
Put it
You
out
haven't
there.
sent me an.
Is there no
You
link
can
in the
use the
chat?
old link.
Okay.
You know you can
What?
use the old link.
It's the same link from last time.
Okay.
Oh, were you never in there before?
You may. No, you invited me. I just wanted to make sure. I thought I had to have a new link.
Oh no, it's the same one.
Alright, you may want to pin this for the future. And I'm supposed to roll 2d8.
I don't pin it because it possibly could change, and also it's only supposed to be accessible to the people playing that day. So. All right.
You want me to roll 2d8?
Yes, 2d8.
Okay. Please. 11!
So all remaining goblins within your sight are possibly affected. They are running toward your group, and naturally the goblins didn't just run to their deaths, as they were bombarded by enemy fire to the south or north. I mean, from the cannibals. The ones in the front, realizing that they're being peppered from you guys too, they like spread out, and they're in the forest already with you guys, so they're taking cover, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll to see. Because they were running into the woods, they had their backs to the cannibals, and although they were getting shot, they're spread out as they were getting shot, and I would say, of course, as they're running and they're spread out, due to that, you can only see half of them at a time, because they haven't stopped moving. They're trying to get out of here and live. So they would spread out. Some would run west, some would run east, southwest or southeast. You were south of them, and as they're moving between the trees, naturally you either can target the ones to the you can so they're diverging paths, right? Because we were south of them. They were originally moving south toward us last round. Because they got shot by us, start spreading out, right? Half of them went west, half of them went east. So you only can look in one direction, right? Are you gonna look west or are you gonna look east when you cast your spell?
Well, I want to ask one. Well, first, is the cannibal archer dead?
Yes, he got shot.
Alright, I didn't hear that. Second, which one has the ignorant goblin?
There's one cannibal archer left up there. He took cover to blow a horn. So he's currently blowing a horn. The other one that was shooting at the goblins got shot by Adonis. There are 4 goblins, 2 went west, 2 went east, but you only can face one group at a time. So which group were you facing?
Well,
They split up.
I need to know what goblin so I can strike the other one.
You need to know which of which.
You said there are 4 goblins left. 3 healthy, 1 injured. And you said there's 2 groups. That would mean one of the groups is 1 healthy, 1 injured, and the other one is 2 healthies. I want to go after the 2 healthies.
Okay, sure. The east ones.
In case I target east.
Alright, go ahead and cast. Or you already cast it, so they're gonna make a saving throw versus sleep. Alright, one passed, one failed. The one that passed continues running through the woods. The one that failed fell over.
They save as normal men, remember? Goblins.
I'll double check.
That's what it says. Unless it's different on the expert rules, that's what it says on the basic.
You might be right. Let's see.
Might be.
I think you are, but let's just make sure.
Yeah, I DM this game too. Like.
Alright, yeah, 18. So, fail. Alright. They both crashed to their slumber, and the other 2 are continuing through the woods, the wounded one included. But yeah, the goblins retreated into the woods. The ones moving west are closer toward Adonis, who was toward the west of your crew before you fired on the enemy. So Adonis technically can still continue firing on them if you wanted to. The rest of you, they kind of escape your line of sight. As for the cannibals, right, the horn was blown, and they go into a full defensive mode more than likely, right? You can hear the cannibals inside, you know, scattering further into the camp.
Yeah. Can we like grab a goblin or 2 and just bring them home?
Yeah. So all the enemies out in the open.
Wait.
So the ones in the open, if you go after them, of course, you can get shot by the cannibals. The cannibals decide to poke their heads out and return fire. Naturally, before they can organize, what's up?
I'm just saying, wouldn't it be better to leave the sleeping goblins as bait to distract the cannibals, so that way we can either get a surprise on them or leave?
Yeah. How far away are the not sleeping goblins?
The sleeping goblins are a lot closer to you than they are to the cannibals, because they ran away from the cannibals toward you guys, and then they started diverging paths, right? What I'm saying is that those 2 are easily retrievable because they're already in the woods with you. The ones that are closer to the cannibals are dangerous to retrieve because you have to approach the cannibals' base, and possibly while you are busy looting, you're gonna get shot up, right?
Yeah. Let's just grab the closest to us. We're like just grabbing them. Like just.
All right.
Are we leaving?
Yeah, we're leaving after we grab them. Like we just grab them and run.
So we'll take our goblins.
Something.
Yep.
Good job.
The ones that were asleep, are we planning on killing them or selling them off into slavery? Or something else?
Selling them, we need money.
Yeah, sell them because hey, they can give our troops information, and then hey, slave worker.
Alright, so did anyone bring a rope to secure the prisoners?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do have rope.
I have rope.
Okay, well, prisoners secured. You can march them back to base as your slaves. You can loot them. You can question them, and then you can sell them off, right? So before you sell them off into slavery, what do you want to do with them? What questions do you have?
I doubt they can understand how. I'm going to tell them, you know, you weren't expecting to be turned slaves. How about we deliver you guys to cannibal goblins?
One of them actually speaks your language. Is probably the one that you were talking to originally. Looks like.
Really?
So, let's see what he responds. Oh, as you're asking that question, and the crew is looting them, and we're recovering from the fighting, and the cannibals are of course on edge, or at that point after the battle, they recover too, and they get reinforcements on the position. They prepare to extract the dead, right? Like pull them into the base and their loot. But yeah, they reinforce their position. That's kind of a lost cause. If we want to go out there and test our luck even further, we can. But then we're just gonna end up like the goblins, right? Running through the field, trying to escape with their lives, right?
Absolutely not. But that was absolutely funny.
Yes, you got a winning battle there today for sure.
We popped onto the trenches and got more, but hey, 2 goblins ain't that bad.
We got a lot of
That
kills.
is-
2 goblins we sell into slavery. Plus a hell of a lot of kills.
Kills will give you
Wait,
XP.
but don't we?
Was
Don't we
anyone
get a
keeping
piece of
track of
silver
their?
for each?
What's your
That
question?
was for dead goblins.
All right.
Do we
so-
get more if we survive?
You're asking me or?
Whatever. Let's just get out of this situation before we're like the goblin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me continue with what I was saying. Right. I'm trying to explain to you the situation, but more importantly, before I continue to explain the situation, let's get a track on how many enemies we killed. So the goblins killed some enemies too. Those don't count toward us. The ones that they killed, they get XP for that. Or sorry, the goblins and the cannibals, right? The cannibals get XP for their kills. The goblins get XP for theirs. I don't think the goblins were able to get any kills at all. They returned, or actually no, they did. They killed 2 cannibals, right? So some of them stayed back and shoot the cannibals, and then they got shot up and killed too by the cannibal archers. So
Yeah.
we as a group, we killed one of the cannibals, right? That was Adonis's kill.
Okay.
So
So we got the chief, we got the other mother.
well, we helped kill
Oh,
the
yeah,
chief, but we didn't actually get. We shared that kill with the goblins technically. Goblins shot at him
Okay.
too.
Yeah, but only the goblins know that.
Alright, I'm gonna see if. Because how it happened was that chieftain charged into melee. They were in melee fighting the goblins. They killed their goblins and then they got shot by the goblin archers and of course it was Adonis. So Adonis, I need you to roll initiative to see if you got the killing blow. If you got the first shot, then you got the killing blow. Because the goblin shot at him too.
Alright,
You gotta be at a 3.
that's a 4.
Alright, yeah, you got the killing
I got
shot. So
4.
you get the claim the so-called chieftain. He's not the chieftain, he's just the boss of that trench. So like the sergeant or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
He's considered a better equipped cannibal, but he's still the same, level 1. So it still counts as your kill, so that counts as 2 cannibal kills then. So our kill count is cannibals, tech, 2. And then for the goblins, I think Bob, you got a kill, right?
Like 1.
DOCKLA, you got a kill too? Or was it 2 kills?
Yeah. It was 2 kills, I think.
Well,
I know I killed one with 10 damage. I'm unsure.
shot
about
one.
Bob, though.
Bob, did Bob get it? No, Bob just nicked one, right?
Yeah, he nicked
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
He didn't kill one? Okay. So Bob nicked one, which got
Cap-
away. Adonis, did you want to shoot at the last 2 retreating goblins on their way out? Because they were passing your path. Or your position.
sure.
Okay. We'll just say you auto-killed one of them, so there's only one left. So, did you want to shoot the wounded one or the fresh one on their way out?
Fresh one. The
Roll-
wounded
roll
is
the
more
hit.
fun to hunt.
Sure, yeah, that guy's struggling to escape. Roll the hit real quick to see if you shot him. He has a chance of survival.
18.
Alright, there's no chance. So, you kill that guy, there's no roll for damage. You just auto-kill him more than likely. Double damage, right? Shot in the back of the head, and that's an extra kill for us. So total goblin kill count for our team, right? Plus that's actually loot for us too. So that means 3 looted goblins, or 3 goblins are ours, 2 are prisoners, 1 is dead, right? So we can sell the head and
Oh, yeah.
loot them. So again, for kills though, I know DOCKLA, you got a kill, and
Mhm.
Adonis got 1 kill, 2 for goblins. So just 2 goblins were killed by our team.
Mhm.
Alright.
What?
So
For
total
killing
XP
some-
is 30 XP then so far. That
Yeah.
accounts for that.
So,
What's up?
I killed one goblin. Can I take the XP for the goblin I killed?
Well, it's currently in the XP pool. We can divide the XP, and you can discuss taking that part of the XP if you want. Otherwise, it's going to be divided
Yeah.
equally among the troop because naturally everyone had a part of the expedition. If you think you deserve more, you can argue it or discuss it, and if they all agree or no objections really or a vote, then you're good to go. But if,
Okay.
it's all debatable or negotiable. Okay, you
Then-
definitely
okay,
earned it,
I-
but they might want to split it because
Yeah.
maybe if this guy wasn't there to fire too, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
let's split it. It's just and actually want to try to actually level up DOCKLA the third.
All right, so
Great guys. So.
30 XP, okay, so far. Well, we're gonna wrap this expedition up. So, the idea is that after the battle, you would loot up your enemies, you would take your prisoners. So looting, of course, includes beheading the one that you did kill, looting him up. Then you would, of course, make your way back to base with all your loot and sell off the prisoners and sell off the loot, possibly. For their loot, they didn't have terribly much. These are skirmisher goblins, so their loot was worth roughly 10 coppers each, twice as much as their normal value. So they were equipped, typically, the majority of them were equipped with short bows, which are short bow, quiver, and arrows. So short bow, quiver, arrows. Naturally, they used a lot of these arrows, so maybe like 5 each. Alright, so there was 3 sets of that to be looted. That's 4 coppers toward their account. They also had helmets. And they also had rags, which they were wearing as their clothing. So they were basically naked. They just were wearing like a rag, right? A rags, or what's it called, a sackcloth. They were wearing a sackcloth.
You said they had helmets.
Yeah, they had helmets.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, they had small goblin helmets. So small helmets, right? Iron helmets, and they had small hide armor. Or no, they didn't have hides. They had some a knife and a sheath. Yeah, sheath knife for their melee. Sheath knife. All right, so
Welcome
Hey,
back.
guys.
sackcloth. All right, and a small sackcloth. A small sackcloth, right? And a small shoes. That's it. Small sackcloth. Small shoes.
Bowel.
Oh, and they also had a belt, a small belt. Small belt. All right, so that's all their loot.
Sell it.
So a lot of it was trash. You could just sell it, of course. But there was 3 times this. So this gear here times 3. If you decide to sell everything, not keep any of it, you could probably get maybe 4 coppers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, most of the gear is kind of filthy, actually, so it's not really worth much. But it could be reused and recycled. So overall, I think we'll do, instead of 50% value, we'll do 33% value, because it's definitely not in high demand. Their gear, their iron gear and their weapons are in high demand, but everything else is like their sackcloth and shit. That shit, it's like not worth anything.
Clothes like burn it. You want like okay.
Yeah, no one really wants to buy that. If you did sell it to anyone, they would reuse it, like clean it, of course, and then either reuse it somehow, right? Recycle it into something else, right? That leather could be turned into pouches. The small belt, possibly for children or other halflings. The small sackcloth, probably just become a sackcloth or sack. You know, it's just not very valuable. You know, it's not really worth anything. The only things that have value are the helmets, the knife, and the bow and arrows, right? So when it comes to selling these things, the knife is worth 1 copper when you sold it with the sheath included. Small helmet, worth maybe like 1 copper, 2. Short bow, quiver, and arrows, collectively worth about maybe 2, or no, not even 2 coppers because the arrows are out. So maybe about 1 copper. So like like what I said, it's 33% value. So 10 times 33% value is 3 coppers roughly for each of their loot piles. So you sell all their loot and you trash whatever's not valuable. Unless you want to keep something, like this stuff here is kind of like valueless. If anyone wanted for whatever reason to keep goblin clothing, this is your chance to take some. Does anyone want to carry goblin clothes? This is dead weight. All right, so you just threw that away or sold it to whoever was willing to buy it, and eventually you got 3 coppers total for each of their loot. So it's 9 coppers total actually, right? So it's gonna add to your loot pile. We haven't divided this yet. Alright, now what's more important is their bounties and sale price of slaves, right?
Yeah.
For the bounty, goblins are at worth them. The bounty placed on them currently is 10 copper pieces. Pretty good. So
Yes.
you went up to 19. And for the slaves we're about the same as well. So live slaves, you know, it's not a bounty, but they're twice as valuable as a slave. So, let's see.
That would be 40
They'll do
because you said
yeah, they'll do 40 or not 40. It's let's see, 20.
59 in total, but
Yeah, it's gonna be 20 for the slaves. So, because they can still be killed and sold as bounties, right? So, and then they also are enslaved, and they're also have a default value. So their base value is 5. It's 10 during wartime. That's if they're dead. If they're alive, it's double that. So it's 20 then. Yeah. So it's 40 total. So it's 59, and our treasure full. All right. And I think that's
Here comes
everything, right? Everything that's been looted by our crew. Okay.
yeah, we weren't able to take.
We weren't able to claim any of the other loot that was taken by the cannibals, like the corpses, the other armor and
Perfectly
weapons.
fine.
Yeah, but we still got
This
something
was
out
the
of it.
only way we were ever going to defeat the goblins.
Okay. So in that case, we ended up with 30 XP. Let's divide that real quick, get you guys rewarded. So, between the 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, DOCKLA wants to claim a little more than others, it sounded like, but he was also maybe open to equal splits.
I'm fine with equal splits. Yeah.
If we do
Just-
equal splits, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna say like no matter what this number's gonna look really ugly due to it being 30 and we had 4 people. So.
Is that 4 times 7 is 28, right? So, we'll do 7 each, but you can get the bonus. How's that? Or whoever got a lot of kills can get the bonus.
Gold should get that then.
I think Gold got like 2 kills or 3 kills, and then the
Yep.
Sleeper got like
I think it
2 prisoners, and then you got
I'm
like
the one that got.
a kill. So yeah, that's why it should be mostly equal splits, but there is remainder. The remainder is only 2 XP. So, who do you guys nominate as your MVP? It's just 2 little XP. So it's not a big deal.
I think Chad and like give Chad 1 extra one and Gold's character.
Adonis.
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because without Chad's sleep, we would not be able to take these 2 goblins prisoner.
And get the money. All right.
Yeah.
Adonis, you're at 20 now. DOCKLA, you gained 7. You're at 23.
Hell yeah.
Bob, you gained 7. You're at 18. All right. Chad went up to. Let's see, 20. He gained. Was it 8? He's at 10. And for your daily XP, you get 1 for surviving the day at the cost of rations. So you're down to 12 rations. Chad MICHSUN is down to 21 rations, gets 1 XP. Bob is down to let's see, 3 rations. But yeah, the idea is that you feed yourself, right? And technically it's a win-win, or it's more of a win on your side, because you know 1 copper can give you XP, but you're not just getting XP, you're also getting food, so you're fed for the day. So technically when you pay your upkeep, right, you're getting 2 benefits. You're not just getting fed, but you're getting a free XP, right? So when you pay for rations, right? So because you know 1 copper is 1 XP, but that's it, right? It's training. And then the other copper, if you spend on food, you don't just get fed, but you get XP too, because a copper piece pays for 3 pounds of food, right? Or 3 pounds of rations, right? So it's just, you know, pretty good, right? Pretty good deal. You get fed and you get trained. So anyway, yeah, so Bob here, sorry, who did I leave off on? Was it Bob?
With Bob.
Oh, yeah, went down to 3 rations, and you're at 19 XP now. And then Adonis, you're at 21 XP, and you're down to 9 rations. And DOCKLA, you're down to 0 rations, so you might want to restock. And
Yep, definitely want to grab
yeah, you're at 24 XP. All right, money splits time. Okay, thanks for your patience, guys, and not interrupting. It's going a little smoother. 59 coppers to be split among your troop. I don't think you guys want to split any of it with MICHSUN, right? He was separated from your crew pretty early on.
Yeah. Nah,
Um,
yeah. It's just
May
Alright.
I speak?
Yeah, sure.
yes.
So I did some mental calculus, and I was able to find out that splitting it 4 ways would make 3 15s. It would give 3 people 15 copper and 14 to one person, and that's the most even I can think of. I say the 14th one goes to the person that has the most gold, so that way it's more evenly split. But
Well,
what do you to debate?
I personally, if that is the correct answer, which I do not know, as I don't have math. As the case, I think that should go to Bob, who had the least amount of kills.
Yeah, I don't mind getting the shit end of this too on this one.
Alright. It's alright. We all did good. One copper less is not a big deal, right? It's just a single copper. So Bob, you'll take the short end of the straws, you know, or the short straw. You'll take 14. Everyone else will take 15. It sounds like. So Bob, you're at 14 now, which is pretty good. It's 14 days pay, not too bad. MICHSUN, you're at 60. Or no, he didn't get any. Chad is at 29 coppers now. Adonis, you went up to 15 on your person. And the rest is in your house. DOCKLA, you're at 29, 34 coppers on you.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Alright. And that is it. So now that the adventure is over and you got your rewards, we're going into post games, what your characters do outside of the adventure or after the expedition. So this can include any after game actions, which might be buying your gear or upgrading your gear or whatever it is, right? Whatever else you need to finish before we end it.
I have some ideas.
Alright. How did you want to end the story?
So I want to buy, what's it? Can I buy 3 pounds of, 3 pounds of rations? That would be
1 copper.
okay. So each ration is a copper. Okay then. So
You probably
can I get like 3 stacks of rations?
3 more or just 2 more stacks? You already have 1.
2 more. 2 more.
Okay, so you have 9 rations then. You're down to 31 coppers.
Yep. And then I want to buy everyone drinks for the.
Okay, we'll go over that in a moment if they're willing to drink. But personally, you're gonna start with just buying rations. Adonis, after the expedition, did you want to do anything back at base?
No, not really.
Oh, real quick, did anyone have any questions for the goblins before you sold them off into slavery?
We are.
Nah, just mop.
Hey, goblins. How are you hungry? How about you goblin these nuts?
Alright, you say that as you're selling them off. They are confused and don't know how to react. Right.
Yeah. I already said what I said earlier, but I don't think they ever reacted to it.
Oh, what did you say?
It was just basically me saying like, "Oh, we have you captured.
Right.
Now, how about we go feed you?" Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Just mocking them.
They react positively, so they apologize. Like, I see what you mean, human. Please forgive us. You know, help us, human. Help us. Don't sell us.
You will get your freedom from slavery if they ever let you free.
They are tearing up.
No.
Alright. The goblins are sold into slavery after that. Never to be seen again. Right. And then, you know, generations down the line, that's how we get Dobie, right? Household elves or household goblin elves, whatever. We'll see. Let's see. We're down to. So we know what Chad was doing. We know what DOCKLA was doing after the expedition. Adonis. Oh no, wait.
You asked.
I didn't ask Chad yet, but Adonis, what was your move? And I'll ask Chad after. So I was going on this list. Okay. So Adonis, after the expedition, did you have any other actions you wanted to take? Or Adonis?
What are the currently gambling odds in the city?
At the elf village? Let me check.
That is, yes.
Alright, so the elf village, currently it's the same odds when you go gambling there as is currently listed. If you go gambling, naturally, the spending time gambling has a very low chance of profit still. 12 or a 2 is plus 100%. 3 to 5, 9 through 11 is minus 50% of the gains or your money, and then 6 to 8 is minus 100%, so you lose all the money you put in. Do you want to gamble? High risk, but you can always gamble a little bit at a time for possible increase, right?
No, I won't gamble.
No gambling.
I'm gonna head off. I need to go to bed. I'll see you guys around.
Alright, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna go ahead and sleep in my house.
Before you do, I think DOCKLA was trying to get the crew to go drinking. Did you want to go drinking with them or just head home?
I'm just heading home.
Okay, no worries. Have a good night. Thanks for playing Go. Until next time.
Yep.
Take care. Alright, Jacob, after the expedition, did you want to take any other actions?
He'll be the designated driver
Okay, so you're not
for the
drinking.
old-timey equivalent.
Sure. Yeah.
Did that?
Alright, so I guess you guys went out to the tavern. Jacob ended up not drinking,
Not me again.
just enjoying his time with you guys, eating food, perhaps. Recreational activities, heal your characters mentally, right? Their hit points. Drinking, of course, or doing anything for fun, that's memorable. Like drinking, can make you either forget or can also even make you remember. That can give you XP. So 1 copper for a round of drinks, right, or a thing of drinking, and then of course you get possibly loss of XP or gain of XP. So if you want to drink, that's getting intoxicated, though. So drinking to become intoxicated. So not just a single drink, but multiple drinks. So drinking, of course, 1 copper is worth like a keg of, or not a keg, but a pitcher of ale, right? I think you get like 5 pints or something. So, yeah. DOCKLA, you want to pay for a round of drinks for you and Chad?
Yep.
Chad, are you alright with this?
Sure, but after this, I do need to go shopping.
Okay. Maybe you should have shopped before this, actually, then. So, Chad,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. So we'll say
That's
you were
you.
shopping before this, actually, because DOCKLA went shopping too before this.
Yeah.
Alright, so Chad, you were out shopping with DOCKLA then. He was buying rations. What did you want to buy?
Can you go up to? Well, 1, I want to buy some rope. I noticed that I didn't have any, and if they didn't have any, we couldn't capture the goblins. I want to get some rope.
Okay. Anything else?
100. I'm also interested in. I don't know. What's my?
You want some new spells?
Do you recommend it?
What was that?
I want a new weapon. I don't want to just be the archdude, especially with how much my dexterity sucks. Should I get a new weapon
Sure. You want to
or
pull one?
spellbook?
It's your choice.
Huh?
Are you asking me or you're asking your friends?
Ethan, what do you recommend?
How much copper do you have?
I have a decent amount of wealth. 28.
Maybe you can learn a new spell or something.
I'll get a new spellbook then.
Don't need a new
Okay.
spell book. You don't need a new spell book.
Just spell pages
Yeah,
or
just
spells
buy the
for your
page.
book.
You
All
could
right.
get like magic missile or something. That's always good.
Wait, what?
Magic missile.
Okay, sure, I'll get magic missile. How do I get that?
So if you pick specifically which spell you want, it is a little more expensive. If you want specifically Magic Missile, it's going to cost you 10 coppers to add it to your spell book. Is that fine?
Options are there.
There are other methods though. So The other methods are, there's the cheapest spells, which are 5 coppers. This is either a random spell or a Dungeon Master chosen spell. The next level up is, of course, 10 coppers, which you either get 2 random spells, 2 Dungeon Master chosen spells, or 1 spell of your choice. And then beyond that, you can't really use any level 2 spells, so if you have them in your book, you don't have the power. You don't have the innate power, like supernatural force, to use those or cast those ones. Oh, shoot. But you do have the ability to possibly... use scrolls, though. Buy scrolls and use them, no matter what level.
What's the difference between a scroll and a magic book?
Magic books are limited to your level, but then of course it's infinite. A scroll, it doesn't matter what level you are, you can use it, as long as you're able to cast it and you have the. But then of course it's a one-time use. That's the thing. So once you use a scroll, it disintegrates basically.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy 1 spell of Dungeon Master's choice. Hopefully you'll give me a good offense or something useful. You did give me sleep.
So how much are you willing to spend then? Like 5 or 10? It's either 5 or 10 when it comes to Dungeon Master's choice. If you pick
5.
5, then you get 1 of my choice. Alright, so you're at 23. And you just obtained a new spell. You got the Read Magic spell.
Is that good?
Yes, it's very good.
Without this, you can't use new magic that you find immediately. So this allows you to identify kind of and use new magic items immediately.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to get, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So I'm going to going to buy the $10 thing and get Magic Missile. Unless you have any other recommendations, Ethan.
Magic Missile's my recommendation. That's it.
In that case, I go Magic Missile.
Right. Anything else?
Did I get the rope?
Yep.
How much feet is it?
50 feet.
Is that good enough, Ethan?
Yeah, that's how much I have.
Yeah, in that case, I'm good. I have nothing else I want.
Alright, we're almost done with the story. Bob, just real quick, I gave them a chance to buy some gear. Did you want to buy any gear? You had 14 coppers.
Maybe I just, I think I'd have to strategize which weapon would be the best for Bob to get. And I'm not entirely sure how to go about that.
So you want to just think about it? If you don't want to pick now, it's fine. You can pick it your next game, right? Before the expedition. You can go buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll save your money for now?
Yep.
Okay. And to wrap up the story tonight, your crew ended the expedition at the tavern, just drinking away their sorrows or victories.
Yep.
Right.
Did you roll 11? Wasn't it?
Go ahead and roll 2d6.
I thought you rolled an 11, didn't you? Or
That's for something
am I going
else.
crazy?
That was for the epic roast of the goblins.
Yeah,
Okay.
the reaction. Alright, roll 2d6 for your drinking.
All right.
You guys got drunk.
I'm good. Ooh, 3. I lose
You
1.
lost 1 XP. You forgot things last night. You woke up like with a headache.
Perfectly
PTS.
fine.
What about me? Do I?
Yep, you roll 2d6. Paid for a round of drinks, got you drunk. What'd you get?
What did you get?
Oh, I was supposed to roll. Give me a moment. 2d6, right?
Yes.
And I get, drum roll please.
7? Alright. You got no it was just a normal night of drinking. You didn't gain any new experiences or lost any. Lose any. So it's fine. Nothing changed. You just drank, that's it. So it was just mostly a forgetful night. Nothing too crazy. Alright, that's it
To be
guys.
honest,
Thanks for playing and until next time. Have a good night. Take care.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good night.